I have a plan. I'm building up money right now. I'm up to like about 1,500 with, but like I probably have at least like 500 of collectible coins. Okay, I'm gonna go through one day. I'm gonna calculate how much money I have. There's a thing called Coin Wars at my school. And last year, before I graduated, I had the great honor of being able to buy almost every single penny. Now, I'm so glad I did that because now I know how Coin Wars works. And now I'm thinking of initiating a deal. By the way, update, I've tried to look for like the amount of builds you can reach. I've seen anywhere from like 1,400 to 17,000. So yeah, I wish I could tell how many structures were nearby. Anyway, oh crap, let's see. I don't want to fall in the other area, because if I do, I'm going to get stuck. Anyway, what we're doing is that we're going to build the base out of wood. Anyway, as I was saying, there's this thing called Coin Wars at my school. Oh, let me tell you about Coin Wars. Well, for St. Jude, we do this thing called Fight for Life. And when I say we are good at it, we are damn good at it. I mean, when I say that we donate a lot, I mean like no other other school in the country donates as much money as we do, man. We do it hard. We donate like really nothing less than $50,000 a year to St. Jude by doing things like activities, and other stuff. And one of the things we do is we do Coin Wars, where it is exactly what it sounds. You literally, each teacher gets a bucket. After they get a bucket, students are coerced, or encouraged, I should say, to donate as many coins as physically possible. Whoever gets the most coins, usually they might get like a pizza party, or something simple like that. Something that won't blow the bank. Anyway, I was able to get a lot of the pennies last year because I was able to use a coin counter. And I counted like every single penny. Anyway, one thing I did learn that was very useful to me is the fact that when they do count coins, they tally every day up. Like, they'll release how much money was on the slides, right? I think I might try to get my school email, because I might have shared, they usually share, like, the announcement slides with the students. And I'm gonna find those slides and see if I can actually, you know, let's see if I can see how much money they have, because I think I remember like anywhere between $500 and $300. That's how much money they donated. So that way, my plan is to definitely see if I can go to that school and get the money, like by buying it with cash and just vamoosing. Because I could say, hey, you can either bring all your coins to the bank, or I could buy them all off you and give you paper money. Therefore, your job is a lot easier, and I get my coins, and you get your simplicity. Which I think is a win-win, because, you know, I want coins, and they want paper. And therefore, we all get what we want. luckily with the beaver is not that hard. I cannot wait for Coin Wars. If I'm lucky, I can probably get my elementary school and maybe even my middle school. Elementary school has this teacher that really didn't like me that much, like to a point. So hopefully, I'll be able to, you know, hopefully I'll be able to court him. If I do like a daily total, like my high school does, it's basically easy pickings. I just want coins, and that Coin Wars is the best way I've seen to gather mass amounts of coins. They produce like a gallon of coins every single day at the high school when they did it. I mean, I have 1,000 on me right now, or like, I probably have enough money where I could buy all the coins from the high school I used to go to. But yeah, I think it came out to like 15 to 2,000, like up to, I think all the way up to 3 grand, but and nothing less than like 1,500. I don't exactly remember. Let's see. Give me a second. They said they were going to purge my account, but it's not been purged. Let's see. Presentations. I wonder if they have the old announcements. Oh, there's all my old homework. Wow. Oh my gosh, is this the... I think... Oh, I think this might... Hey, hold on. Oh, this is from a teacher that retired. Huh. Or doesn't work at my school no more. Damn it, I can't find my, I cannot find my old announcements. I know they do have data of the amount of money they gathered. You know what, they do have a live stream of the event where they showed off how much money of coin. Yup. Okay, where is it? I like how they named their thing digital media. Let's see, blog, no. There's my graduation. And the video of me walking on that. I'm saying, like, you know, it's kind of ironic how sometimes you can't record in class, but they really stream us. Which I really don't have a problem with. I mean, just saying, I'm just trying to point out the obvious. Yeah, at least it's not like we're gonna have to get tons of metal. Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to see this. Where's my There's my graduation. So it should be a lit. Oh, we love America. So it should be very close. Or a little bit. Maybe like a little bit. There's Christmas. Okay, so it's after. Yup, there it is. 200 views. Ah, damn, no fair. Oh my gosh, this is very useful. Thank God they stream.
So up next, with our next school representative, we have Davenport Elementary.
There's that one teacher. There's this one teacher on the stream that like makes really inappropriate comments to girls. That guy can GF, like what's up? GFH, bro. I don't care, that guy. Oh, I hated his class. Hated his class. Due to the sheer amount of God. Just because I want to remain good with my school, I'm not gonna leak his name. I'm not gonna say your name, but if you know who you are and you're watching this, your class was ass. Hello, name I won't say. I really hate your class, and in my self thoughts, I thought your class was ass. Okay, let's see. Keep going. Oh! It doesn't matter if we lose like 100 wood. Like, literally like 100. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Quarter auction. I actually appear in this stream. I think some people get plastered with freaking pie in this stream, and I go clean it up because I'm Mr. Muffin. Let's see if I can find I mean, you know, I was about to say, but I'm a little bit nervous about posting these guys' names on YouTube, but, you know, they literally are, like, consensually streaming on YouTube. In my opinion, if you leave your name on YouTube and you know you're on YouTube, I mean, it's fair game. Like, so if any of you teachers know who I am, and you hear your name, yeah, it's not my fault. I mean, if you know you're on stream, it's not my fault. Maybe the first sign was the Coin Wars.
I'm not sure exactly how many students are in nursery school. So 80 students and their parents were able to raise. Are you guys ready?
Oh, she prompts them. That was a... That's... Is that Clone Wars?
We'll have them stay here for as long as they can, and if they need to come hang out with their parents, that's totally cool. Alright. So up next, with our next school representative, we have Davenport Elementary.
Okay.
But as soon as our ladies get over here, they were able to raise $1,754.60.
How much money are... I want to see if she announces that these are Clone Wars, because if they are, I'm kind of wasting
Those
it.
are going to be going into kindergarten next year, and so they're going to go ahead and carry the poster right over to me, right over here. Go ahead and follow them. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with some of our event posters as we go through. And so up first, we're going to start with the bottom up and our little nursery school kids. So during a community nursery school, these are the kiddos who are going to be going into kindergarten next year. And so they're going to go ahead and carry their poster right over to me. We're able, if they need to come hang out with their parents, that's totally
No
cool.
comments on a 200
So up
stream.
next, with our next school representative, we have Davenport Elementary. She is a St. Jude family, and so there is a lot of passion and good feel for the kids of St. Jude. And this is Miss Elliott. And Mrs. Williams is going to talk a little bit about
By the way,
this year.
for the people saying that, like, oh, did you give any... If anybody asks if I give anything for St. Jude, every day that... Like, I basically made an untold deal that every day they let me, count coins and buy them, I gave them 20 bucks. I ended up giving $60 to St. Jude. Who cares? If I have to get rid of $60 for something that's not myself, it's going to St. Jude. Because honestly, they're just helpful, man. It's not fair that people have to, like, little kids have to go through cancer. That's not fair, honestly. I want to give people that chance. I want to let them prosper.
We did bus yard signs, and if you got yard sign in your yard, and you had
Let's see, is it... This is a... Yeah, this is the same... How much money did she get? 4 grand.
And when they get over here, we're going to ask them a few of the activities that they did. Yeah, this is yeah, we just had 82-ish students in Congerville, and they were
82 students?
$3,000.
We also taped Mr. Shiny to the wall. That was really fun.
That dude.
Activities that are super
That dude, that, okay, I'm gonna say it because, in my defense, it's on you, it's on a stream. Shiley. He is a mirror, okay? If you are nice to him, he was nice to you. And I'm gonna say, he was a really cool guy. However, you don't want to mess with him. If you do, you are gonna get the horns. Because this guy, I think, is ex-military. He's an ex-drill sergeant, actually. And he didn't take people's BS. He almost made one student stand up for the entire rest of the year because he kept slouching his head down on the desk. Like, you didn't want to make this guy mad. But if he was on your good side, and you kept him on your good side, well, he was a good person to talk to. He was a friendly person. Mad respect. And this one teacher that's going on and announcing, I don't know if she says her name, but I'm going to say if you are watching this, you are one hell of a teacher. I mean, honestly, one of the best teachers I've personally ever met. I mean, very outgoing, very friendly, very open and honest. And she helped me a lot during bio class. I mean, when I was like running a little bit of help, she was very like she didn't just give me the answers, but she like kind of pushed me in the right direction if you get where I'm going. Like, I have nothing but respect for her. Yeah. My mom and her are very great friends. My sister are really great friends. They're like me and my sister are just homies with her. Nothing but respect. Anyway. I need to turn off my stupid battery saver, because yeah, it's like my iPad was like 12%. Donkey basketball. Oh yes, I love that. I've never been to it. They seriously raised 3,000 to the team. Bake sales. I think that's amazing, right? Yeah.
So last year, Ms. Lowe had the brilliant idea of kids need wins, and St. Jude needs money. That's a good combination. So Ms. Lowe's in the chat just...
Oh, and I think I appear on this stream, do I? I think on this stream, I bust someone's... Yup, there I am. That's me. That's me. I publicly bust somebody's head. Oh, and I made it embarrassing too. I took an entire strip off his head. Oh, come on. Don't reload now. Don't do this now. Come on, I gotta show people on stream that I publicly buzzed someone's head. By the way, this guy signed up for it. I'm very obvious because I have a red chicken. Here it is. I am in red. Oh wait, where is it? Oh, here it is.
What's your name?
Race A Abbott. I was a little nervous there. And I didn't resist, too. I took a big-ass strip off his head. And I celebrate by going... Oh, God. I didn't relent, either. I actually, like... I absolutely... That poor kid's scarred for life. And at the end of the stream, a bunch of teachers got plastered with money. Or not with money. God, what was I trying to say? Pies. You can see me right there in the back. I'm holding my wheat pennies. That's when the collection was that small. Now it's big as hell. I broke 2 jars already. Coin Wars, here it comes. Damn. Oh, she destroys people at Coin Wars. She raises like thousands of dollars a year. My God! She raised $5,000. That's probably a bunch of checks.
That makes our Coin Wars grand total for this year, 2023. Come on up, Kate. Kate was one of the students who every day coins. Our Coin Wars this year, because each of you donated, raised $14,524.
And online donations. But I think like only like half of it was actually coins.
Because there's a number that you guys want to raise. I said it earlier, but she really is the...
They raised, let's see, this year they raised like, isn't it like 63 grand?
How much money do you guys want?
What's it called? No, it's called. It says like $36,107. Like, let's see. It says like 36, but then I think somebody I think it's either purpose. I don't know if they probably did it on purpose. They flipped the 3 into 6. $63,107.84. Ah, that is amazing. Oh, I see one of my favorite teachers right there. Oh, I'm gonna go. You know what? Maybe this Friday, I might try to get my homework done, so I could just go eat lunch with her. Cause the lunch, like she was always like talk to you, and she was like in the like 80s comic, like she was like in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. She was in like 80s comics and stuff. Like she was pretty cool to talk to, and Nerf guns and science a little bit. She would never disappoint with a conversation. It was always awesome. Like this teacher was so good. Like, if you made her mad, if you pissed her off, it was your problem, not her. She would always go out and give you as many chances as she could. Like, if you genuinely made her mad, which I rarely saw, that was whoever's making their mad problem. Like, you know? Oh my god, but one of the worst... Oh, there's probably a few trilobites here. You just see like creepy little eyes just sitting in the bottom of the camera box. Star Wars memes says Mandalorian. There's a lightsaber deflects lasers and blocks projectiles. Mandalorian. Parry this, you filthy wizard. And then it's just a Mandalorian with a freaking flamethrower from his arm. Mandalorians are just cool in general. You can't tell me that they're not. I mean, flamethrowers, homing rockets, slug guns, basically like slug things are like basically like modern day firearms in Star Wars. I think actually if you sit down and talk about it, a firearm, I'd rather use a firearm against a Jedi than a laser blaster. Because lasers can be deflected while bullets are shown to not. And I think in lore, it's shown that these slug weapons are not deflectable by lightsabers, and they're used against Jedi on purpose in, like, lore. Plus, if you look at the penetrating power of a blaster versus a gun, it's not, they barely compare. I mean, a gun will go through sheets of metal, whereas a blaster just gets stuck like plastic. I mean, what happens is the energy from the bolt dissipates into the body, making it, causing harm. But if you have a hollow point, which expands upon contact, that's more evil. Can my Castroides fit in the double door? I doubt it. No, even though it's obviously able to, like obviously, like, smaller than the width of the door. How much weight, like a... Like, oh, this level 47 Castroides. Yeah, I might as well take some wood back to my island. I'll watch some more of r/. Best of, my fat wife. But my fat pregnant wife doesn't deserve food? What? God, that's hilarious.
Welcome to r/Best of Redditor Updates, where a husband throws away all of his pregnant wife's food and calls her a fat cow. Our next Reddit post comes from r/.
Whoa, big surprise. Pregnant women have a big bellies because, I don't know, they have a freaking baby growing in them? Okay, here's what I hate. Here's my biggest pet peeves, alright? I hate when you try to question somebody, like peacefully, right? And they're like, I do it because of, like, well, like, or no, my biggest pet peeve is when you ask somebody why they said no, and they just don't give a coherent answer. Like, yeah, oh yes, the universe didn't die out, is not dying out, like, immediately because, you know, someone said no, there's reasons, buddy. Like, can you please actually specify and not be one of those people that just doesn't... God, I hate that so much. Anyway. Okay, you know, I have to get this off my chest. So, I know it's off topic, but I was working, right? And sometimes when I work, my thoughts tend to, like, kind of drift. And I actually was thinking a little bit about, you know, the Horizon Forbidden West, like, Horus fight. I thought about something. Couldn't Operation Enduring Victory build, like, a BOR-7 Horus, but not make it automated? I mean, maybe it's because okay, very big spoiler for the Burning Shores. Okay. So yeah, click off if you don't want to hear about the Burning Shores. If you don't want to get spoiled. Anyway, you've been warned. Anyway, diving into it. In the end of the game, guy named Walter Landra uses a giant Horus Titan to fight Aloy and Seika. However, here's the thing. That implies that the BOR-7 can be manually controlled. So, couldn't they make a manually controlled BOR-7 with zero automation? Therefore, and here's the thing. If I were Operation Enduring Victory, build those, put explosives right next to the power source of the Titan and the heat sinks, and then go out and fight them. And if it gets taken over, or or after the job is done, hit the detonation and explode near the power source. That way, it makes it useless. If I ever had them robots, I'd make a very encrypted source that I can only access that would explode near the power source. Therefore, after the power has been ruptured from the robot, it couldn't work anymore. So therefore, if it tried to turn, all you gotta do is hit a button and boop, the power source cord explodes. Pretty decent idea in my opinion.
Relationship advice. I'm a 29-year-old woman and my husband is 32. My husband threw away all of my food because he says that I'm a cow. We've been married for 6 years, together for 9. We're two college kids who fell in love and decided to build a life together. I recently gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who's 14 weeks old, who's my entire world. I've suffered through 3 miscarriages, experienced several complications during pregnancy. I was on bed rest for 3 months, and I had to go through over 20 hours of labor before the doctors performed an emergency C-section. But our daughter was born
That
healthy,
sucks,
happy,
man.
and all that was worth it. I gained about 30 pounds during my pregnancy.
Okay.
5'7" and 121 pounds wide.
It's okay, I'm also kind of like 5'7" as well.
I've been breastfeeding, and my body has been craving calorie-dense foods. Not junk food, but like 70% dark chocolate, stuff like plantain chips, meats, dairy, nuts, etc. My
Nuts?
doctor told me that I should just listen to my body and eat and feed myself whatever I feel like I need. My husband's been helpful. He was happy.
Yeah, when you're pregnant, you have to feed another baby inside you, so it makes sense that you need more food.
However, he started to make up excuses to not help with the baby. He hasn't been as affectionate with our daughter as I'd hoped he'd be. He made a few negative...
when you're pregnant, you're gonna need a lot of food, right? Because you gotta develop the baby, and you have to get all those carbohydrates, proteins, because the body's made of protein, so you probably need to seek out more proteins. Okay, very big misconception. People say proteins give you energy. Yes, they do. But if you are getting your energy from protein, you're literally starving. And that's why you're getting your energy from protein. It's literally used as a last resort method. So if your body is starving, it's going to start breaking down your muscles and getting all energy. But a lot of your energy is going to come from carbohydrates. Carbohydrates and proteins provide 4 calories per gram. And body fat provides 9 calories per gram. However, whatever you don't use, store it as body fat. That way the body can use it differently. However, if you gain way more calories and you do not use this body fat up, you of course can become morbidly obese. And that is how fat works. You need fat in order to survive. However, too much of it and you will find health complications. That's a little fact I learned from college grade bio class.
About my weight here and there, like, today's a good day to work out and shed some pounds. I wasn't.
She's pregnant.
Worked out 4 to 5 times a week and indulged in dangerous and adventurous.
You're pregnant. You're fat. Okay, so what? You want me to give birth to like a piece of paper? Yeah.
I collapsed 5 times, and I'm stressed out. And at the same time, I have to take care of our baby in the household. The other day, my husband had already gone to work, and I went to the kitchen and found all of my food gone. Every single bag, box, and package, everything. I called him crying to inquire what my food is, and he told me that he threw everything out because I had to start losing weight.
She's pregnant! She can't help it!
That I needed from the store.
That's like saying, you're autistic? Oh, you need to think more clearly. Like, bruh! Like, okay. Like, let's go. Like, what do you want her to do? Like, do a magical spell and make the baby disappear? Like, how is she supposed to lose weight? I don't know if it's healthy to lose weight when you're pregnant, is it? I'm not way too, like, educated on pregnancies and shit, so I wouldn't know. So if anybody knows, don't be afraid to comment. But don't go out, like, don't drop, like, TMI stuff.
Threw everything outside and smashed everything with his foot. I was
Really?
furious with him.
Wow, what a waste of food. Just literally takes it outside and smash. Oh, I'd be so pissed. If you're gonna steal my food and not give it back to me, at least donate it. Or give it to the hungry. Like, go up to a homeless guy and give him the food instead of smashing it. I'd be so livid. Like, well, no alimony for you. Goodbye. Yeah. I would literally buy hydrochloric acid, find his keys to his car, and melt him. Like, nope, you ain't. I'll make sure not that you can't get your car.
And yelling at him for being such a selfish piece of garbage, and he called me an effing cow.
Yeah, that's when you just leave him. He's a worthless cow. He's a fat cow.
Some of the crushed packages at me and ended with punching a hole in the door. I called my
That's
brother,
just straight up
who
abuse.
made my baby
Leave.
up, and I'm now staying at his place. His mother and sister, and even my own mother are all defending him that I have to lose weight and apologize to him.
How? Oh my god, that made me so
I'm not
depressed.
sure if this is good grounds to file for divorce or if I should listen to my mother.
No.
Is this how all men are wired? Okay. I can answer for that as a man, as a father. This is not how all men are wired. This is bonkers. This is ridiculous. I don't even know where to start. We'll start with the easy one. This is abuse. Now let's address the second topic, which is denying food from a breastfeeding mother is very, very dangerous to the woman's health.
It
Because
is.
A woman's body, when she's breastfeeding, will actually prioritize breast milk over her own health. If a woman doesn't
Wait.
get calcium when she's breastfeeding, her body will extract the calcium from her teeth to give it to the baby.
Holy shit.
Will literally
I mean,
fall
yeah,
apart.
when imagine this, like when your body is not getting the constant nutrition, it's gonna look everywhere. It's gonna say, hey, like your body's probably saying, hey, we need calcium, and you're not getting it. Well, the only way you're gonna get calcium is your bone, because your bone is made of calcium. And therefore, yeah, I can see that as being a plausible. Like, that is not good. I mean, like, I'd probably rather get radium jaw. Actually, never mind. I don't know if I'm gonna warn you. Don't look up pictures of radium jaw. It's awful. It's the most disgusting thing you'll ever see. Because these workers back in the 1920s, like 100 years ago, would always lick these radium brushes, and radium is very radioactive, and it got into their teeth, and they started suffering from radium jaw. And I don't know. I think they sued American Radium. They deserved to be sued. They are straight up evil corporation, honestly. Like trash corporation. Wait, there's no way. Okay, I'm about to say, if you let me... Honestly, if you let me light a fire underwater, but I can't build things in like areas that I should be able to build them in, I'm going to rage. Anyway.
OP, you collapsed 5 times? When my wife was pregnant, she never collapsed once, so this is very worrying to me. I don't know what's going on. It sounds like you need medical attention, not a diet. Alright, OP posted an update about 2 weeks later. He did say that he was sorry for calling him an effing cow, but he said that he was only being honest and said, and I quote, "Isn't honesty the most important foundation of a happy and healthy relationship?" And I thought that he was right. So I started cutting back on my food and eating low-calorie foods, but problems almost immediately arose. My energy levels dropped and my milk supply diminished quickly. I must have collapsed at least 4 times during that period.
Oh my
And 2
God.
days ago, at night, the baby was crying nonstop, and my husband got angry and yelled at me to make her stop. I told him
This
that I
husband
wasn't
doesn't do anything. I can tell he
a
just
lot of
doesn't
food, and he
contribute to his
literally
family.
said, "Cows and grass produce gallons of milk. What are you, a meat cow?" Holy
Wait,
shit,
wait,
I wasn't
what?
producing enough milk. And he literally said, "Cows and grass produce gallons of milk. What are you, a meat cow?" Holy shit.
Oh my
That's when I
God!
decided to take my daughter while I was shushing her and letting her breastfeed whatever drops of milk I had there. And once
Wait, they eat grass. It's because they're actually eating food. Wow. Normal person stupidity. This husband's stupidity. Wow, that is just. Oh my God. I am actually angry hearing that. Like, this lady is just a cow for this man. After that, you know what? Yeah, if I were this wife, well, guess what? You wanna know what I do to his car? Just look up videos of teardown, right? And say, yeah, you know what? That's it. That's when you say nope, and you go to his car and you bash all the windows in and you destroy. Or either that, or I'd basically just vandalize. That's awful thing to say to a person. Like, that's what, divorce. Just dump him.
husband fell asleep, I left the house and came to my best friend, who welcomed me in and told me I could stay there as long as I need to. I didn't go to my brother because I didn't trust him anymore, since he also told me that I should try to work things out with my husband. I already felt
Husband's
divorced and
trash.
cut all contact with his family and my own mother. My best friend and her
That
fiancé
sucks.
have
Not
been
even
telling me a lot
her
about
own
taking
mom
care
will
of my
support her.
family
That's
while I was
scary.
resting. And my best friend would bring whatever I needed from the store. My milk supply has returned to normal, and I haven't collapsed once. I probably had
Yeah, because you're
more
actually not
days
starving
than
yourself
I
with your
had
dumb
thought.
husband.
I'm going to attempt to get full custody and supervised visits from the father, but my best friend's fiance said that it might be difficult to do without evidence. I do at least have some evidence because we of course have cameras outside of our house and they recorded everything. But fingers crossed. The most vulnerable and dependent that a woman will ever be in her life is when she's pregnant and right after when she's breastfeeding. And
No
this guy
kidding.
chooses that exact moment to reveal that he's a complete.
That's scary, because they were in love, and now he reveals himself as a sadistic, evil person. People like this make me so angry. Oh, my day's pretty good.
Have you considered high-intensity aerobics? Okay, you are much better off without your husband. You know, also this reminds me, since we're talking about abusive loved ones, my dog started gaslighting me. We feed our dog very strong, and whenever it's time for food, he gets really excited. He gets antsy, he gets a little bit whiny, he just knows food's coming, he's like, I'm ready, give me food, I'm so hungry. Now, my problem is I'm really forgetful, so sometimes I'll feed him, and then 2 minutes later, I'll have no recollection if I fed him before.
Yeah, I
My
hate
damn
that.
dog has figured out that he can gaslight me into thinking that I didn't feed him. So I'll feed him, and then he'll
My dog does the
act
same
all
thing.
antsy and energetic and whiny as if I hadn't fed him, and then I'm like, oh, my bad, I haven't fed you. Let me go feed you.
Dogs
buddy."
are just
And then I feed
smart.
him, and then he does it again. Our next Reddit post comes from r/drew off my chest. I've been married for 15 years. I've known my wife since she was 8. We have 3 daughters together, ages 17, 14, and 11. I'm tired of feeling like I'm an outsider in my relationship with all of them. I'm just an ATM and a taxi service to my kids. My wife hasn't kissed me in 6 months. She hasn't said that she loves me in 1.5 years. No matter how much I communicate, try to plan anything, or do anything, it's always shot down, forgotten, or dismissed. I don't get angry. I don't yell. I don't get physical. I like to splurge during birthdays and Mother's Day. I throw parties and give gifts and try to show how much I love them. I get a lukewarm thanks, and if I'm lucky, a side note that lasts 0.000 0.001 seconds. This week was the breaking point. Father's Day. I wake up to an empty house. Odd. No note, nothing was written on
That's
the
weird.
calendar, and nothing said beforehand. I sent a text to my wife and I got back. I took the girls out for a spa day. Don't wait up. Then nothing.
Nice job.
Literally nothing. Dinner time comes around and they get home.
Nice
I asked
Father's
them
Day
how their day
celebration.
was. It was fine. I asked what they would like for dinner. Nothing. We already ate at such and such restaurant. Which, by the way, is my favorite restaurant. Cool. Whatever.
Oh.
There's no mention of it being Father's Day. No, I love you, how are you? Nothing. Fast forward to Wednesday, which was my birthday. Nothing. Literally, again, nothing.
Okay, I don't want to be like spoiled, but like, bruh, come on.
I'm guessing this is about to get a lot.
At least give me like a penny or two for my birthday. At least, give me a hug or something for my birthday.
Ask about watching a movie, but they're all too busy. They just sat on their phones doing nothing.
Bruh.
It's a Thursday night. I'm in bed and my wife is next to me.
I have to say it,
She
phones are
rolls over
freaking
and
violent.
says in a nasty tone, "Oh, your birthday was the other day. I guess you expect to passionately hug." That broke something in me. I said, "No, I don't expect it. At this point, I don't expect anything anymore. What is that supposed to mean?" So I started asking her questions. When was the last time we shared a kiss? Like a week ago? No, it was December of last year during her parents' holiday party. When was the last time we passionately hugged? The beginning of the year? Nope, wrong. It's been over a year. She was adamant that we did it in February. I want to clarify that OP is writing this post in June. I said something like, "You may have passionately hugged, but it wasn't with me." I asked her, "When was the last time you said that you loved me?" "I say it all the time." "Not to me, you don't. Check your messages, and you don't say it to my face." "Well, you should just know that I do." "Okay, when was the last time we went on a date?" There was a long pause. "You're being unfair." At this point,
Oh, come on. If you're gonna be with somebody, at least give them attention and love them.
My voice at this point. I ask her how wanting any sign of love from anyone in the house is unfair. If expecting anything for my birthday or Father's Day was unfair. At this point, she had a uh-oh look. "Oh, yeah, you forgot that as well. I'm not an ATM. I'm not a taxi service. I'm not a punching bag." She asked
Yeah, stand up.
out of the blue, but it didn't. I try to talk to my family, but I get dismissed or ignored. I brought up examples and she says, "I didn't know you were serious. I didn't know it was such a big deal." I left saying something to the effect of, "If you want to pretend that I'm invisible and don't exist, fine. You don't have to pretend anymore." I left the house at almost midnight. I haven't been home since, and I'm not
I
sure
accidentally used my mining helmet on.
finally sober enough to think, but I don't know what to do. To be clear, this is my first time drinking in 15 years, and I'm not going to drink anymore after this. I love my family, but I can't keep this up. I don't know what more I can do. I think they'd be happier without me. They already act like I don't exist. I can't be the one who's blamed for everything. If I truly am the problem, then me not being there should fix it. I can't do this anymore. I've tried to be a good provider, a good partner, and a good dad. I never missed an event for our kids. I never prioritized work. I kept good hours so I could see them more. I took on more responsibility to better our life in future, but it's never appreciated. It's never enough. I'm never enough. I only got one message from my wife. "I'm sorry for making you feel that way. We all love you, and we're here for you when you want to come home and talk." That's it. No other messages, no calls, nothing from the kids. I feel like if they really wanted me there, they would try reaching out more. All the kids have their own phones, and I don't know what she told them. I'm sure my kids heard me raise my voice. Me raising my voice would have definitely gotten their attention, since I never do that. I'm sure they heard me leave. I just don't know. Then, more than 1 month later, OP posts an update. "I have not been well. I am doing better. You guys have helped me a lot, and it means more than you know. I was able to get some help through work. They have resources for therapy as well as legal counsel. So far, I like the new therapist. I also got referred to divorce lawyers. I don't want to use them, but I had a talk with them. I got an idea of what that route would be like. I'll be like 70% screwed. But we are in an at-fault state, so if it turns out that she was cheating, I'll be okay-ish. My kids did reach out after a few days because they were worried. I told them I'm fine, I do truly love them, I miss them, but other family members and friends noticed and started asking questions to everyone involved. My kids also mentioned how things weren't the same without me around, and my wife was struggling. My wife reached out a couple of times just checking in and apologizing, giving me updates on things.
Oh, I can remove the
A couple
skin.
of times she asked me about the 4th of July. Who usually goes to the barbecue? I said that I wasn't interested. I said that her and I had to go alone in person, and that happened the weekend after the 4th of July.
Not bad. Could be better,
she was
though.
planning the 4th of July as a surprise birthday party for me to make up for forgetting my birthday. But I ruined it because I didn't go and I wasn't interested. When we met at the talk, she wasn't alone and brought the kids. I was happy to see them. They seemed happy to see me as well. But I asked my wife and I to talk alone. When I asked my wife this, she said the kids missed me and it was fine. We can talk with them here. Which I feel was a manipulative move. I explained that this was another example of how my feelings are once get ignored and cast aside. How I've been ignored for a while and how that's not right by anyone. She kept apologizing. I said that while I acknowledge the apologies, I don't accept them. Most of the apologies, to me, feel like they're not real. Such as her initial apology of, I'm sorry you feel that way. Or they sound forced, or she's just saying what she thinks I want to hear. Actions speak louder than empty words. I also say that she's setting an example of how I'm treated to our daughters. And this is how our daughters will treat me and their future relationships. I think at this point, my wife regretted bringing the kids. My 14-year-old took my 11-year-old for some snacks. My 17-year-old stayed. I flat out asked my wife if there was anyone else. If she was cheating physically, emotionally, or otherwise. She looked like I had just slapped her. She said she would never do that. I asked her why she was so adamant about us passionately hugging and petting her. At this point, she had passionately hugged for much longer than that.
Yeah.
She said that she didn't know. We talked for an additional 20 minutes. Finally, I took out the 2 folders that I had with me. One was a separation package. Not quite a divorce. The other was a therapist referral for individuals and couples. I needed her to understand how serious I was. I asked her to look over each document and ask herself which one she wanted. I said that she had to make the decision and schedule the appointments. I explained that I am done living this way. With me, then there are going to be major changes occurring both in our relationship and at home. I love the woman I married, had kids with, and built a life together. But where she went, my kids came back, and my 11-year-old was mad that I wasn't coming back with them that night. She contacted me the next day, saying that she made appointments for herself and for her and I. She explained that she set up some live very rocky towards her. So it's still a work in progress. I'm not in as dark of a place as I was when I first posted. Some things are better than it was. I'm willing to put in the work, but it won't be one-sided. There is a plan moving forward, so that's a plus. I've been home for a week now. I've been sleeping in a different room. Some changes have been put in place already, but this will be the real test. As a side note, looking back, my wife actually tried to initiate passionate hugging, but I said no, that it wasn't the time or place for that. We have a lot of work before that can happen again. Okay, so there's one thing about this post that I'm trying to figure out because it's kind of fishy. These kids are 11, 14, and 17. And yes, it is very typical for teenagers to pull apart from their parents, but the kids are across such a huge age range, 11, 17. I feel like at least one of them, it just feels impossible to with simultaneously being a age where they don't want to spend any time with their father, especially 11-year-olds. So, one of these situations. Either A, OP is not a good father, which based on this post doesn't seem remotely possible because it sounds like he really cares and wants to be involved and he makes effort. Like he shows up to all the extracurriculars, so it really feels like he's putting in the effort. Or B, one is just this is a crushing dream, OP. This is devastating. But the
That's,
1-2 combo of forgetting your birthday, forgetting Father's Day, that's painful. That is emotional damage. I hope things work out, OP. Honestly, I don't think there's much hope in this relationship. I'd be surprised if the wife would turn it around. I think OP's best chance is to divorce the wife and then have a real sit-down conversation with the daughters and say, look, I'm trying to build a bridge to you, but I can only build it halfway. You have to build the bridge the other half towards me. If you don't want me in your life, then I'm not going to be in your life. But if you do want me in your life, you want me to be your father, then you actually have to make the effort to spend time with me, to talk to me, to be involved in my life, because I'm trying to be involved in your life. So, do you want me around? If so, like, let's spend time together. I'd be very, very surprised if his daughters were like that. That was r/Best of Redditor update. And if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put up new Reddit videos every single day.
This guy's funny. He's almost at 2 subs. Give me a $5,000 Charizard card.
/using measures, where a Karen expects OP to just hand over a $5,000 Charizard Pokemon card because it's your son's birthday.
I've heard that I'm not a big fan of Pokemon. I don't hate it or love it, but I've heard how valuable Charizards are.
Looking after my
Sorry, buddy.
Hi, not a problem. Your son is always well behaved. He will have the card today now. Thank you. All good. Glad you enjoy it. I hope to see him at the next one. He keeps Yeah, he's probably talking about the Charizard. I told the group about it last time.
I think those are rare.
Next time, so I brought it to show them. Then the choosing beggar sends OP and eBay into a Charizard card, so I guess you'll show. This one? Well, it's the same Pokemon, but mine is from the original pack. That's why they were excited to see it. Oh, okay. This one? Yeah, the design is pretty similar. I think that's a very confusing. Anyway, my son's birthday is coming up, and he loves your cards so much. Would you consider letting me buy yours for $140 as per the eBay listing? I can pay cash. I know it can be a bit confusing to understand why, but the one that I showed is significantly more valuable. Mine is from the original print, and has certain features that make it rare. It's also been authenticated by a company that created the condition and preserved it in the house.
It's like a
I'm sorry, but I don't actually plan on
yeah. For example, let's say I have like a 1909 penny. Like, it doesn't seem like that much, but if you're a collector, you should know that that is like the very first cent. That's the very first year of the Lincoln cent, 1909. And if you're lucky enough, 1909 BDBS, it seems like a little innocent penny, but those pennies can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. And wheat pennies are some of the most original, are they like the original pennies? Sorry, that's right. So yeah,
It's just really one
this
of
card
those
doesn't seem like that much, but I get where it's valuable. It was graded too.
for sale. Again, this was just to show the kids because they asked last time. $200? No, it's significantly more expensive. It's not for sale. They don't ever sell it. There's an eBay listing for the one I have in the same grade. So for all of you Pokemon aficionados out there, the card in question is a first edition Shadowless Hollow Charizard, which goes for about $4,000, I think, according to this eBay post. Well, 4,000 is the starting bid, so no concealing it. Christ, are you joking? It's cardboard. No, I'm not joking, unfortunately.
Well,
And,
yeah, it is.
But there's a big market
But
behind
the thing is, that's a rare card.
ridiculous, unfair price. This is very disappointing as my son looks up to you. I'm honestly not sure what to say. I looked after your kid for free in my own time, and I gave him a free card for my own collection. This isn't negotiable. I'm not even selling it. You can find rewards for different versions for much less online. This is completely ridiculous. I'm frankly disgusted. Quite sad, really. A grown man playing cards.
Oh my god, I hate people Yes!
Right?
I hate people. Like video games for kids. Why do you even play games anyway? You know it's also, you know it's for kids? Whining like one. So how about you stop whining like a little kid? There you go. So, hey, zip, quiet, cap on. Stop talking. You have exceeded your time limit on speaking. Be quiet.
It's quite sad that I spent more time with your son than you do.
Oh,
You piece of garbage.
mad,
I am never letting you do this again.
mad.
That's not true. I'm calling the youth center and making sure you never work there again. Expect a call from them, you C-word. No, I don't work there. I volunteer. I'm real scared. What are you gonna do? Spend a whole day with your son? Oh my god. Stop contacting me! Opie, much like the Charizard card, you must be a fire type, because that was a real burn. Also, saying that it's just cardboard is so stupid. Like, what is the Mona Lisa? Just canvas?
What is a 1909 BDBS penny? Just copper?
It's like a stupid way to belittle an objectively valuable piece of art. I will say, honestly, it surprised me that this choosing beggar was trying to buy the card for like $150 to $200.
Okay, if I were that guy, if you know what, for example, my wheat pennies are not for sale. But if I had like I'd charge a little bit more or a bunch more for my wheat pennies because they're personally. I love my wheat pennies. Just as personal, a W mint, okay? Now, that's like basically someone saying, "Oh, I want a W mint quarter. Why can't I have it for like a quarter?" But what people don't realize is that W mint quarters are rare. I've gone through $1,000 bags of quarters without finding one of these things. And what's it called? The most I've ever gotten from a $1,000 bag was 4, and that was a very lucky day. Usually I'll get one or two from a bag. That's how rare W mints are. It takes $1,000 for you to actually get a chance, a little chance for them to actually appear. Like a guaranteed chance, like $1,250 a quarters is a guaranteed chance for a drop in Illinois for a W mint quarter in my area.
Is what happened here is the kid came home and said, Mommy, I want a Charizard card. And then she looked it up and saw, oh my god, these cards are like $1,000. I wonder if I can dupe that moron at the rec center to sell me the card for $200. Then I can sell it and make several $1,000 profits. I think that's probably what was happening here, but, you know, I can't prove it, so it's just, I've read enough choosing beggar posts to know that the fact that she's willing to offer $150 off the bat is super, super irregular. That indicates to me that she probably has a pretty good idea that these cards are super valuable, otherwise...
Yeah, like, for example, the W mints. W mint quarters, their standard denomination value is, of course, you know, 25 cents. However, W mints could go anywhere from like $10 in average condition, like pretty good condition. They can go for like $25, and they can even go up to like $150 to $200. I think like MS67, like very high grades of W mints have been sold at auction for over $1,000. So these quarters, if you get a good example, they're basically money. Like, real good money. And I have 13 of them. Okay? I've searched over almost $10,000 of quarters. And I only have 13 W mints. Okay? I'm a person that will see more quarters in a single month than a person will see in a year. I'm actually almost willing to say that I see more quarters within a few weeks than people see within a few years. I mean, I am no stranger to getting tons of quarters. When I say tons of quarters, I mean tons of quarters. And my supply of W mints is extremely limited.
Begin to offer $150. You know, if you could just buy it for $150 online, then just buy it online for $150. Why argue with someone over the phone? Nah, man, she's trying to scam OP. This is a scammer /. this weekend so that we can attend the Blink Festival and have a decent time. We live on a tight budget, as I haven't been able to find a job in 2 years. We want to go out and have fun as an annual tradition, but we don't want to go if we can't afford anything, because that would just be depressing. Ideally, I would have $200 for food and souvenirs, as would she. We would also need money for an Uber to get there, unless someone is willing to drive us. Anything's appreciated, as long as it's over a $25 donation. Otherwise, it's not worth it to PayPal taking a cut. DM me for my info. I'll be on the lookout.
Man, if someone can't find a job for 2 years, that would suggest to me that either the guy's super picky.
No kidding. Let's go. I'm mentally disabled and I found a job within 1 year.
Or he's completely unemployable. I'm guessing based on his sheer audacity, it's the latter. Hi, is the phone still available? Hello, yes it is. I've had quite a few inquiries. Would you take $200? Of course. It's not like it's a 7-month-old top-of-the-range Samsung worth 900 pounds. This is going to be a gift for my son's 18th birthday. He had a car accident last Christmas, and he's been in a wheelchair since then. Could you give me a discount? I'm really sorry.
No, I'm disabled mentally, and I wouldn't do it. Okay, like, yeah, I feel bad for your son. That sucks that he was in an accident, but I'm not giving you a discount. You know, I'm not, like, maybe if at most 800 pounds versus the 900 pound discharge, but nothing more, nothing less. Because, surprising, we don't want to go broke here, people. It's a garbage economy currently. My brother.
Take $850, but it'll need to be tomorrow because I could sell it on
$850 is pretty good. I mean,
could you do it for $250, please? It would.
I mean, his price was like $950, and he's offering for $950, which isn't a big discount, but hey, it's better than $900. That's a take. I'd take it right there. Here's the thing, in my opinion, I've never negotiated prices. But here's what I've heard. You should like, be able to negotiate, but you don't want to press your luck. If you press your luck, they might get angry and irate and push the price right back up. That's why you want to be careful with that.
So much to him, and he's been so depressed since the accident.
As I said, I'm really sorry for your kid, but I'm afraid 850 pounds would be the lowest I can take.
I've seen the same model for $300. I'll give you $300.
Yeah, apart from a
Look,
Chinese company.
If you've seen my phone model for $300, then you should definitely get that one and sell it, because the one I'm selling was $1,300 when I bought it 7 months ago.
Okay,
Your phone is used.
so she's getting the phone. Oh my God, she spelled phone F-O-N-E. Wow. You sell it to me. And you said you would sell it to me. She's being sarcastic, dummy. Brother. It's funny, she thinks she's actually getting it for $200, but like, bruh.
Sell it to me for $200. I know that it's a good model and new, so that's why I'm offering.
She's got like a 450-pound discount. That's pretty good.
850 is the lowest I'll go. Sorry.
That is a written agreement. If you don't keep up your word, I'll sue you.
No, you
Don't be
won't.
rude.
So, good luck suing me, and I'm not being rude. But just so your last message is right about something, F off.
I hate asking you, but is there any way that you could help me out with a hotel for me and the boys the next few days? I filed for divorce.
Wait, what? I mean, yeah, you know I got you, but what? What happened?
I've been sick of it. My husband is working 2 jobs, and he just never does anything for me. I have to use box hair dye. Ugh. Paint my own nails. Cook every night because we can't afford.
Oh, I have to be
go out.
independent.
I can't tell you the last time I got a new outfit. We canceled the trip to Florida because he said that it was going to cost too much. The money from his grandpa is gone. I'm tired of being broke, Ashley. I can't live like this no more. I need somebody to provide.
get a job. You know what? Guess what? A few years ago, I was tired of getting Christmas money and waiting 6 months for like what? An inkling of money. By the way, for people listening, that gave me money for Christmas. I'm not saying you didn't give me any money, but like, I'd only get like, I don't want to say only. I got $500 for like, not even that, like 300 per year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of having to wait 6 months to get money. I'm gonna go get a job, and I did. And at one point, this dude right here had 3 jobs, all minimum wage. Did I complain? No. I was working minimum wage, making barely anything, and I held my ground, my dude. Get a job.
I'm done being broke and miserable. You are not money. I'm too tired for this garbage tonight. Just go to bed. This isn't a joke. I'm for real leaving. Like tonight.
Okay.
What do you mean you're not kidding? I love you and we've always been close. But me being me, you know I'm gonna straight up call you out on some BS. You're telling me that you're about to divorce and leave a man that you've been married to for 14 years because you're broke? Because you don't have new shoes or clothes?
Big
because
cry.
You didn't take a vacation? Because your hair ain't thin and your nails ain't this man ain't beat you, betrayed you, drug you through the mud, but you mad because he's working not 1 but 2 jobs and he's broke? Where do you work at, choosing beggar? How much money are you putting into this? B-word, please. You ain't ever loved that man if you're gonna walk out on him because he's broke. He's been providing. A house, car, food. Your children have clothes and food. I mean, WTF. Vows. For better or worse. Life is hard. It takes 2 people nowadays. You got a damn good husband. He's a damn
No kidding. 2 jobs, he's busting his ass.
Spanish because he ain't got no money. Some men are dogs.
What a
And
traitor.
I feel like some of them are because of women like you. You can bring the boys to me, but I ain't sending you no money. I feel like you deserve to know what broke is. No, this woman needs a reality check.
She
What
does.
is she expecting? She's got no job, no money, and at least 2 kids. They didn't say how many kids, but at least 2, could be 3, 4, 18. Who knows how many kids she's got? And she's expecting to divorce a man of 14 years and then just, I don't know, the next week find some guy who will start paying her bills, paying for her kids, paying for meals and hair
my
and
goodness.
new clothes. Does a millionaire just grow on trees? This woman is delusional. Kind of sounds to me like she's the broke one, not the husband. Honestly, this story's really sad. This woman has a really good husband who clearly cares for her and the kids, but because he's not making a little more money, she's gonna throw away her vow, throw away her family for, what, a shot at finding some millionaire man who wants to spoil her? Good luck, lady, I guess, because you're definitely gonna need all the luck you can get. On this next post, OP does princess Zoom calls, which I think is when a woman dresses up like a Disney princess, you know, like Elsa or Ariel, and then has a phone call with a little girl. It's like, hey, happy birthday, it's me, Elsa, wishing you a happy birthday. Hey, I saw that you're doing princess Zoom calls again. Yeah, I am. What's up? I was trying to see if you could do a call with Taylor today for her birthday. I'm available after 2. What time works for you? I charge $30 for an hour or $15 for 30 minutes. Can you do it for free since it's her birthday?
Oh, God.
But I can give you a discount. I can do 10
Are you
bucks for
kidding
30
me?
minutes. That doesn't work for me. Stop being a B word. It's her birthday. Yeah, never mind. No. Bye. Man, the whole, like, industry of women dressing up as Disney princesses for girls' birthday parties, if they gave out freebies for little girls' birthdays, they would literally never make a penny. That has to be at least 99% of the revenue. Probably even 100% of the revenue. Unless, I don't know, do 8-year-old girls need, like, a Disney princess pick-me-up throughout the week? I would like to buy your iPhone 8 Plus 64GB unlocked for $385. Okay, 385 sounds good. How about 350? I gotta pay for my kids' braces. No, sorry. So you hate kids?
I hate people that play this card.
$85 for my kids' braces. Sounds like the response is effectively, so you hate kids?
No, just your kid. Some original Nintendo bundle for $160.
Would you take 100?
I can't take $100, but thank you for the offer.
It's okay. I'm a single mom.
Cool.
That's why I offered 100.
What does you being a single mom have to do with my Nintendo?
Money is super tight for me.
Okay, me too. Why do you think I'm selling my Nintendo? Our next Reddit post is from March May. I bought 4 ballet tickets to see Cinderella, and suddenly one of my friends couldn't go. Instead of letting the ticket go to waste, I posted on a local ballet forum that I had one spare ticket that I was offering for free. The post made it really clear that it was only one ticket, and given how it was only 2 hours before the show, I was happy to let it go for free, even though full price could be about £100. Well, a lady messages me saying that she'd love to have it. We arranged to meet in front of the ballet so I can hand her the ticket before the show, mentioning that she'd be sat next to my group. So I'm waiting out front with my friends, and this lady in her 50s approaches with her husband. She then demands that I give her 2 tickets.
It is really rude to sell only one ticket. Nobody goes to the ballet alone.
I did.
Dude, you got a free ticket. Just shut up and take it.
I'm not selling it. I'm literally giving it away. She then points at
Spoiled
our
brat.
group individually and demands that we give up our seat for her husband.
No.
It was so bizarre, especially because they were nicely dressed and seemed really posh. We decided to just leave and go inside. She tried to follow us in, claiming that we stole her tickets. Eventually, the ushers told her to go away, but it was so weird. That's the last time I tried to be nice by giving away free tickets. So my favorite type of Reddit post is when someone does something wrong and then OP, through their genius skill and manipulation of events, gets revenge against the wrongdoer. But the great thing about this story is that this stupid woman got revenge against herself. Because she and her husband got all dressed up. She probably told her husband that they were going to the ballet for free, so he's got his hopes all high. Then they came out here and wasted their time, wasted their evening, because they're all stupid. OP didn't even have to do anything to ruin this lady's night. So I gotta say, OP, this is masterful r/pro revenge content. Accidental r/pro revenge, but revenge nonetheless. Okay, gonna go totally off topic here, but a random thing popped into my head from my youth that I'm gonna share. I think it's kind of funny. I'm in my 30s, so I'm probably a little older than most of the people listening to this. And when I was a kid, VHS videos were a thing, and like Blockbuster and movie rentals. And so when I was like 10, and when my little brother was like 7, we would go to the movie rental all the time, probably like once a week. And we had a couple of staples as kids that we would really, really love, and we would rent them almost every time.
Yes, I went over.
MacGyver and Visionaries, Knights of the Magical Light. But the one that I just remembered suddenly was there was this movie in the adventure action section that I think was called Dinosaur Island. And it was basically softcore porn. The plot was like
my
a couple
God.
of guys get stranded on an island that had dinosaurs, and the island had like Amazonian women in it that were just constantly running around topless. And I think none of the adults involved actually realized that it was softcore porn because they let 10-year-old boys they let 10-year-old boys rent it every week. But let me tell you, man, as a once 10-year-old boy, there is nothing better to watch than a movie that's just an hour and a half of non-stop dinosaurs.
What the hell? Okay. What others show can we see? I'm poor. Buy me steak for buy me steak dinners. Hopefully I don't regret taking my
Welcome to r/.
You know what? I might go out one day.
Strangers to buy him fresh steaks.
Buy
I
myself.
don't care if it takes you 10 hours to do the job. You'll do it for 25 pounds. No more. That's enough.
That's £2.50 per hour, and I bought rings for £4 each, which you agreed to previously, since you didn't want the ones that I already had.
You know, I've just redecorated, so I need black frames.
That's fine, and I was happy to buy them. But I am not doing your picture now, because it'll take about 10 hours if it goes smoothly. Also, I would have to buy 2 4-pound frames and drive to deliver them to you, all for £25. I asked if you were happy to pay for the frames when I sent the picture, and you said yes. We agreed you would pay 35 pounds, and on top of that, it's an additional 8 pounds for the frames. That's a really good offer considering you want 2 very detailed dog pictures plus backgrounds and calligraphy. You pay over 100 pounds anywhere else.
Well, I am not paying that. I'm giving you 25 pounds. Take it or leave it.
Do you still work at such and such?
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
Minus the frames and delivery costs, do you really think that 17 pounds for 10 hours of work is decent? The fact that you think that's fair
awful.
pay is extremely concerning, and I'm worried about you. I'm gonna contact your manager, because if that's what you consider fair pay, then you're clearly getting taken for a ride.
What the F does my job have to do with anything? Don't you dare contact my manager.
Oh my gosh, you seem really afraid of him too. I'm sorry this has happened to you. You should never be in a position that you think 17 pounds for 10 hours of work is fair pay. I'll go straight to the proper authorities and report him for what he's done to you. Please get yourself a job that would never make you think that so little pay is acceptable. If you don't feel comfortable helping me because of my request, then please keep scrolling. I am so disappointed with the amount of hate I've gotten from folks in this group. I was always so proud to be from such a wonderful neighborhood, but clearly some folks aren't feeling very neighborly. I've closed the comment due to a discouraging amount of hate and judgment. If you're interested in helping, please DM me. Thank you all to the wonderful folks who have helped me without judgment. Heart emoji. And then OP goes on to the original post. Hey folks, I'm wondering if someone can help me and my wife out with some meals and groceries for the week of August 15th. I'm currently having a mental health crisis, which means that I'm currently unable to work much this week. That means that next week I won't get enough money to pay for groceries. We would really appreciate anything that you're able to do. For meals, we eat just about everything. Just no peanuts because of my allergy, and no spicy food, please. We would be equal. For groceries, we're open to multiple people helping with this because we realize it's a lot. Alright, so this guy's grocery list is pretty long, and I kind of feel bad reading it because it's kind of boring, but I just want to illustrate how much food this guy expects other people to buy him for free. We need 3 packages of bok choy, carrots, with stems if possible, 3 bunches of parsley, 1 bag of green beans, 3 bunches of kale, 5 pink lady apples, 5 ripe plums, 5 ripe peaches, 1 pack of white mushrooms,
My
2 heads of
God.
broccoli, 1 tomato, 2 pounds ground beef, steak of any kind, 1 pack of milk, 1 small tub of ricotta cheese, 4 boxes of chocolate Lucky Charms, 1 roasted red pepper jar, and 1 pack of naan bread. Thank you again for your help. We really appreciate this wonderful community and any support that you're able to give. Down in the comments, OP is getting absolutely eviscerated. I would have been happy to help you until I saw your request. Steak, cottage cheese, chocolate, these are luxury items. I'm a single mom with 2 kids, and I can't even afford everything you're asking for. Good luck with your request, but you should have asked for less. I'm sorry that would stop you from helping someone in need. I don't believe that just because
No, you're
someone's in dire
manipulative.
straits, they don't deserve to eat healthy, fresh food. The same goes for you. I think you deserve those things as well. I'm usually in the position that I'm the one giving to others, and I would never judge anyone for what they asked for. I give a lot, but I also eat mac and cheese if I need to. That's wonderful that that works for you. I would encourage you to be a little less judgmental, though. You always have the ability to scroll past a post. What was the purpose of telling me I would have helped you, but... Alright, I've got to interrupt here. I've got to interrupt real quick. So, since when is 4 boxes of chocolate Lucky Charms eating fresh, healthy food? Anyways, someone else chimes in. I gotta say, I 100% agree with the single mom. I'm really sorry that you're in need, but that list. And it's nice to know that you'll accept takeout also. I'm sorry, but this list does not read as being from someone in need, but rather as from an entitled individual who feels that his lifestyle shouldn't be altered even at the expense of other people. Just like the single mom, I'm not going to give you a dime towards this. Then don't keep scrolling. I just read your edit to the original post. There's been no hate thrown your way, just simple facts of life. To put it in a time-honored phrase, beggars can't be choosers, and I would add to that asking for a steak might be considered a tad overboard. I'm sorry that you don't believe folks in need deserve to eat fresh foods. If there are kind people in my community willing to help me, then why should I eat mac and cheese for a week? That makes no sense.
Oh,
Where did
God.
anyone say that people in need don't deserve to eat fresh foods? No, sir, we didn't. You seem to think that saying things like this will make some people feel sorry for you, but basically, all you're showing us is that you know that your requests are extravagant. Alright, there's so much wrong with this post. I don't even know where to begin. First of all, if you're having a rough week, then just make 1 week's groceries stretch out 2 weeks. That's what the logical thing is, right? That's what most people would do. You just buy cheaper, longer-lasting foods, and you tough it out for an extra week until your next paycheck. And steak? This guy has the audacity to ask for actual cuts of steak? 4 boxes of Lucky Charms. Who goes through 4 boxes of Lucky Charms
Jesus.
in 1 week? That's more than half a box of cereal in 1 day. I guess 3 or 4 bowls of cereal every single day. Is that right? Am I doing this math right? You can't be like, oh, this body is a temple, and I only put in the freshest, purest ingredients. That's why I eat a bowl of chocolate Lucky Charms every 2 hours. Hello. I'm looking for a babysitter. I'm willing to pay $100 to $125 for 4 to 5 days. Please DM me if you're interested. I'm in the Lake Nona area. Time to whip out the calculator. That's 25 per day. Divided by 8 hours is $3.12 per hour.
Ugh.
Nice. Lady, if you can't afford basic childcare, then maybe you shouldn't live on a lake. Okay, so on that note, I went down in the comments, and people from Florida are pointing out that Lake Nona is a super rich suburb in Orlando. So I went to go look up Lake Nona on Realtor.com, and houses are selling from like $500K to up to $1 million. So if someone can afford a $750,000 house, then they should be able to afford basic childcare needs. Posted to Facebook. My birthday is in 5 days on July 20th. For those who can't make it to me, my Cash App is blank. Anything is fine. Thanks. And then OP posted an update. Ugh. I saw that a lot of people liked this post yesterday, but no one dropped anything in my
Really?
Cash App. Let's try it again. Shaking my head. If I tagged you, then that means I consider you a friend, so let's make it happen. The funny thing about this is that only 7 people like this post, and we have to assume that one of them is OP's mom. So I have a suspicion that OP isn't nearly as popular as they think they are. Selling pet carrier for $50. I would like to buy your extra large pet carrier for $10. No thanks. $40 is the lowest.
That's pretty
Okay,
good for a
I'll
large
offer
pet
you
carrier.
$12, not 1 penny more, sir. You're hilarious. This thing sells for over $200.
Oh my god. Okay, I said that I was complaining that you have to fold it up like this. You do that, look at this. Ready? Oh my god. However, I am a little bit spoiled to the, leg rest, so to hell with it. I'm a little bit spoiled to this leg rest.
In the trash, then sell it for that cheap. Okay, where are you located so I can go and get it from the trash? Thank you. Alright, fair. That's kind of funny.
That is funny.
That's kind of funny. This next post was posted by a YouTuber. I'm hiring. Okay, so I've got a dead Instagram account, and I'm thinking of reviving it. However, I don't really have time to manage my Instagram account. I'm looking for someone who can manage the Instagram account. You must fit the following requirements.
It's almost
1,
40 degrees centigrade. 39 degrees centigrade? That is hot.
Every 2 to 3 days. 2, you must provide proof that you have previous Instagram or other social platform account management experience. 3, you've got to have a huge PP. 4,
What?
you won't post random, unrelated stuff. 5, you're willing to do this for fun and for the boys, not for any money. If you would like to apply, please join my Discord server and DM me. Hey, OP, I would love to work for free. I love your content, and I'm actually an expert in social media management. But unfortunately, I have a really small PP, so I guess I don't qualify. Honestly, he was choosing beggars sent out his Cash App to everyone on his friends list. You know what's funny? If everyone I sent that Cash App message to sent $1, then I would be back up to where I needed to be. $1. But no, people are so epic stingy. Now I have to drop classes because I can't afford them. How great is that?
Hoo-hoo.
My plans are going to hell. I wanted to start my future. I can't do that though because my car decided to break down. Then the mechanic that I took it to replaced everything without calling me, and I had an $800 bill to pay. But that's okay, right? As long as my car's fixed. Nope, not fixed. I had to take it back because the check engine light came on. I repeated that
Do you
about
drive like a
10 times
BMW?
until I just decided not to spend any more money on that car. My check engine light is still on. And now I'm asking for help. Literally not much, just a couple bucks. Something that I would do and have done for someone else in a heartbeat. But when it's me that needs help, nope, can't get that. It's not like I'm asking for money for drugs or even gas money. I'm asking so I can afford my effing education. Think about that. While you're saving up for your stupid Supreme shirt or whatever the hell you're buying now, I'm saving up so I can have a future. Just think about that the next time you buy some stupid stuff. Down in the comments, I'm gonna read this post from Anonymous Bananas. I think the fact that no one will give you $1 says more about you than the 800 people you asked. I don't know. Our next Reddit post is from Eat My New Kedley. I'm a 22-year-old woman who just graduated as an engineer. After my graduation,
good.
my father, who's also an engineer, wanted to give me some money to help me start my life. Mind you, we live in Europe, so he wasn't paying for my education. But he also wanted to make me learn and at the same time help me with the start of my career. My dad has a small injection molding company and he has some
That's
machines
cool.
that haven't been used in the past decade. So my job was to simply sell these machines and my dad would pay me a commission.
That's nice. That's
I
easy.
could work with people in the engineering field because I really want to work in the same field with plastics as my father. I searched for months.
Plastic
and
molding.
months
That's a.
to find a company
Could
to
build my
spend
own
time
stuff if I had
selling
plastic
and
molding
charge
tech.
just less than the prices you were asking for. I found our guy, a salesman, let's call him Steve. Steve didn't seem amazingly confident in his field, and I noticed it immediately even though I'm also a beginner. He asked questions about stuff that was already written down, or that was really easy to figure out if you knew just a little bit about injection molding machines, or just search it on Google. Furthermore, he wanted us to pack an almost 4-liter machine into a much smaller truck because he didn't want to pay us for dismantling it. And with that, he also risked the machine falling off his truck, not to mention a fine if the authorities catch him dangerously transporting a machine that weighs 8 tons.
Damn.
But whatever, his company's the one paying for it, and he's the one who's bad at logistics. Our last machine was delivered to their company 2 months ago, and today I received this email. Hi, this is Steve. So the other company that we sold your machine to is complaining that when they unpacked it, the machine didn't contain the temperature controlling units. Please help us solve this problem and satisfy the other company and send us the units that were left off free of charge. And then he pasted the other company's email in plain text in English. He didn't even bother translating it. He just copy and pasted it from the other email. We are not native English speakers, and he wasn't either, so this was simply rude and pretentious. I wrote back, "Hi Steve, it's me, OP. The 3 temperature control units were not in the deal that we sent you and that you paid for. They're separate machines with separate serial numbers that aren't part of the machine that we sold you. We only sold you the injection molding machine with a serial number of such and such. Hi, it's Steve. We talked it through with our customer and they're really angry still. Even you, a girl in the industry, would understand the machine couldn't be used without the temperature control units. I hope it's understandable, even for you. The pictures you sent us of the machine months ago contained those units, and we thought those were part of the deal because a machine couldn't even work without them. Since the picture you sent us contained the units, you must send them free of charge urgently. Also, here's a picture of another machine that our customers bought back in 2014, and that had the units when they were unpacked. Obviously, I got angry at him for pulling the "you're just a girl who wouldn't know" card. And the fact that he was asking for 3 temperature controlling units that are 1,200 euros each. My final answer to him was, "Hi Steve, it's OP. You, as someone who's working in this field, should also know, even if you are a man, that electricity is also a must for an IM machine, and we don't provide that either. Oh, and a mold for injection molding was on the picture too, and we didn't send that either. We will gladly send you the temperature control units, and you can point out on the contract where it says that we actually sold those to you. We only sold you the injection mold machines. Honestly, OP, this guy was pretty stupid. You can't take a picture of an object and just assume that everything else in the picture is also included in the sale, because that's not really how it works. You would think that, as a man, he would understand. On this next post, OP is posting on a support group for Twitch, and he's complaining that people aren't watching his Twitch stream. So, but I'm pretty sure that I've supported
Finally, something that actually relates to me, streaming.
It's all good to be focused on yourself, but remember, we're all here for each other, so don't forget to tune into other people's streams. I'm out.
And then he makes another post.
So, I'm confused about this group. Y'all claim to be streamers, but I never see any of y'all in my stream. And before any of you say it, yes, I've been a viewer in multiple people's streams. I just don't understand why.
Oh my god, this isn't like sub for sub bull crap.
Actually give this advice, because as a professional content creator, I have a lot of really useful advice to give here. However, the advice I have to give is really harsh, so I'm a little bit hesitant to give it because it's kind of ruthless, but this is honestly what I believe. If you're a content creator and no one is watching your stuff, then the reason for that is because your content sucks. Like, I'm sorry, it's a sucky thing to say, but it's true. That's just the reality. Don't get me wrong, this is something that I personally really struggled with a lot. I've been a YouTuber for 5 years, and when I started, I was getting literally under 100 views per YouTube video. And it ate me up, because I was like, why is no one watching this when this other YouTube channel that I'm comparing myself to, they get thousands and thousands of views, so what makes them so much better than me? They're not any better than me, but the reality was, they were better than me. I just wasn't yet good enough at my job to be able to say the reason why that person is getting more views than me is because this is better, that's better, this is better, that's better. It took months, years of grinding, making hundreds of videos before I finally realized, I know what I'm doing wrong, I know what people are doing right, and now I know how to put out better content. So
There you go, that's a good way to
I would
look at
say
it.
to anyone thinking of being a pro YouTuber, that you have to put out, honestly, 100 bad videos before you can put out one mediocre video. And then you have to put out 100 mediocre videos before you put out one truly great video. That's the beautiful thing about social media, is that it's one of the few places that's a true meritocracy. It's not like someone can just be like, oh, well, my aunt is Sujin Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, so she hired me for this position, and now I'm a pro YouTuber. No, it doesn't work that way. If you're good, you'll get subscribers, you'll get viewers. If you're not, then you won't. And yeah, as harsh as this is, I feel that I have the right to trash on people with this mentality, because I had this mentality. I was the whiny, entitled, well, why don't I get subscribers? Why don't I get viewers? Because I sucked, man. Because I sucked. Because I was putting out bad videos. That was r/choosing beggars. And if you like this content,
Dear Santa, give me $6,000 for Christmas.
Look, Mom. Wow. Wish I bought Dixie. These weak store brand plates turn hot.
Look, Mom, I have a pipe bomb.
Beggars, where someone expects $19,000 for free. On this next post, OP works at a vendor company, and one of their clients sent this letter.
To whom it may concern, dear valued vendors, choosing Becker wishes your family and friends the happiest of holidays. We have thoroughly enjoyed partnering together throughout the year. We will be celebrating the holidays with our staff on December 7, 2021. We would like to take this opportunity to request the participation of our valued vendors in contributing gifts to celebrate our dedicated staff members. All items and gifts donated will be accepted gratefully, but as a guide, we've listed a few items below for reference. Gift cards, preferably over $100. Alexa Echo, iPads, Ring camera, Apple Watch, AirPods, Roomba, TVs, and MacBooks. We sincerely appreciate your participation.
Yeah, let's go. Here, if you're gonna give me one thing I prefer you, please give me a box of pennies. I don't care. Like, I'm think about trying to make a deal with my relatives and say, if you give me an extra $25 box of pennies for Christmas, I will pay you back. I do not care. I will pay you for these pennies. I want my pennies. That's all I want. I think I'm the only kid that wants money in the form of pennies. Or W.
Celebrating the holidays with our valued staff, and we look forward to continuing business with you in the new year. Sincerely, Choosing Beggar.
Man, when they started the list of items to buy,
Jesus,
and
it's
they
all like a fancy letter too.
Cards, preferably over $100.
I was like, yeesh, that is steep.
But then they go down to TVs and MacBooks.
Come on, MacBooks
This feels
are.
less
Ugh.
like an invitation to
I don't know. I just
celebrate
can't take
your
MacBooks.
plans and
Windows is better, and I don't like
extortion.
Microsoft.
Like, hey,
As a
send
company.
us TVs and MacBooks, or we'll find a different vendor to buy our supplies from. So, guess what? There's no food in the house, and my mom said that she's not buying food because the house is dirty, and until it's clean, she won't buy anything. Parent of the year, am I right? I've barely eaten anything in the last few days.
Clean up! It's not that hard!
Need to clean the house on an empty stomach.
Damn!
The house isn't even that dirty. There's just dishes in the sink and poop around the house because of my brother's dog. I also love the fact that my
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes. Except my house isn't even that dirty. It's only got a few like drops of fecal matter everywhere from my dog, and it's got dirty dishes. Yeah. Brother, the moment a dog craps in our house, we clean that stuff up like real fast. I'm purposely building this thatch wall like a little bit extra high. That way I can see if I can push the building limit. Because I not only will it kind of give me a blueprint of how what the structure will look like, I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can get the build limit pushed. That's called. I mean, I'm gonna build like a tall wall just to conserve structures. So like these 20 structures will be knocked down to 5. I kind of wish the structure was moved over a little bit, like 1, but who cares? I'm not doing that.
there's going out with this girlfriend, and he's getting food out of it, and my mom isn't even going to stop him. You'd think that if she's stopping me from eating, then she would stop him too. So why is she stopping me from eating? I love this for me.
Then, oh my god. Then someone down in the comments says, how old are you now? I'm not being a smartass. I actually want to know.
I'll be 23 in a month or so. And yes, I do have a job. Just no money until the next paycheck.
Okay, then leave.
I'm working on that. I can't just get up and leave without a plan.
And then someone else replies, you're 23 and you're living at home? You aren't buying your own groceries? And your mom is offering to buy you groceries if you just clean the shared living space? I'm confused here. Are you trying to get people to feel bad for you? This is the most entitled, bratty thing that I've ever read. And anyone else who reads this will leave significantly dumber. Do your mom a favor and move out.
Ooh.
Why is this guy fixated on the laundry thing and not the fact that there are literal piles of dog poop that people are, I guess, stepping over as they go about their daily business? She's honestly like,
Oh, the house isn't that dirty. There's just literal piles of feces all over the house, so not a big deal.
lady, that's not just dirty. That crosses the line over into filthy. Do I have any 23-year-old listeners out there? Are you completely incapable of cleaning laundry? Is that what it means to be 23 nowadays? Do you just look at a pile of feces and you're like, no, it's not that bad. It's okay. I don't mind it that much. I mean, it makes the entire house smell like dog do, but, you know, no big deal. What is a big deal is that my mom isn't buying me free food.
My husband got a guitar for Christmas, and I would love someone in the Wellington area to just give him a few free playing lessons together to teach him something. I googled free lessons near me, and nothing free came up.
Because no one does things for free, buddy. There ain't no such thing as a free lunch.
stuff for free nowadays just in the interest of meeting new friends to hang with?
Yeah,
This
but
makes sense.
you didn't find any, so.
Lady, it's called YouTube. Selling MacBook computer. Hi, is this still available?
Yeah, it's still available.
I'm here due to a sudden emergency surgery for my daughter, so I'm not completely.
Oh no, he's gonna guilt trip.
Because I just had to pay for surgery bills. I'm very desperate to get this for myself because I have to stay here for 2 weeks due to her surgery, and I don't have a way to study for my university exams. I'm just wondering what the
Boo-hoo.
lowest you could do is, or if you would be willing to give it away just to help a family in need. Please. I know this is a really big ask, but I'm so desperate, and I'm worried that I'll fall behind on my studies while I'm stuck here. Are you able to help me out at all? Please? No. And you. On this next
You know how
page,
much these people are
someone
begging to
clearly
get
had
off?
enough of choosing
Get off.
papers. Selling 3 bar stools for $300. I'm selling 3 white and brushed silver adjustable height bar stools, like new. $300 for all 3. Important. Please read. 1. I would rather throw them out than negotiate on price. 2. If you email me to negotiate, I will sell them for your negotiated price to someone else. 3. If you agree to pick them up and show up with less than $300, I will burn them in front of you.
I was here last week, and
Damn.
Chef let me try the lobster bisque. I was wondering about the bourbon fillet.
The fillet is great. It's one of the few items that's been on the menu since we ordered. How'd you like the bisque?
It was fantastic. I worry that the family won't like the fillet. Can you make me one so we can try it, and then maybe we might order a family meal?
Sure. How would you like it cooked? It'll be $34 after tax.
I was thinking that it would be free, like the bisque.
I'm sorry. Family meal is expensive, and I can't hand out samples.
You did with the bisque.
Oh, my chef did.
Let's go. The mint makes the mint made normal metal coins. Why can't they just give me gold coins? Ugh, stupid mint. I'm not being serious, Mint. Don't worry. Don't get mad. That's okay, Mint. Calm down.
You did with the bisque.
Oh, my chef did. And instead of bringing you back to buy a bowl, he just brought you back to get something else for free.
This is not a polite way to treat a customer.
You haven't
Oh,
paid
yes.
for anything.
It's not polite to say no. You can't get free stuff.
So long. And don't forget to go hunt some paints. I'm sure they have free samples as well. Down in the comments, we have this story from Elegant Habits. On this next post, OP is a waiter, and he's roughly recounting an encounter that he had with a Karen at a restaurant. We had a choosing beggar who would come to our cafe for free soup samples each day. He never bought anything, but he took up our largest table and covered it with books and newspapers. This was a cafe inside a bookstore. He'd parked there all day, buying nothing and nursing his soup sample. After months of this, we finally asked him to leave or pay. He was outraged. He said with utter conviction, "I'm one of your best customers." On this next post, OP is giving away a free IKEA dresser. I'm still an hour away, but okay, I'll see you soon. Is there a sticker on the inside wall of the dresser with a model number? No, but the style of the dresser is mom. If there's no sticker, then I can't be sure that it's IKEA. Are there warning stickers in the drawers? No, we pulled all the stickers off when we built it, but it is IKEA. If you don't want it, then no worries. It's too far for me to not know for sure. Cool. I was really confused on this post because it's like, since when do people care about getting like brand name IKEA furniture? Like they're gonna get some sort of street cred the way they would with Supreme or Gucci or whatever. And it turns out that IKEA were called the mom dressers because they weren't stable. So what's really going on here is the choosing beggar wants to make sure that this has the official stickers on it so that he can go return it to IKEA and get the refunds. So I guess not a choosing beggar, just a good old-fashioned scam artist. Help set up the locker room before game time. Long before the players and coaches arrive to business in exact tech arena, you can help make crew and staff make all the necessary preparations in the locker room and bench area. You can outfit each locker, check the pressure on the basketballs, and more. It is truly unique experience. Your day will start early, hours before tip-off at the basketball practice complex. As you pass national championship trophies and Final Four floors from years gone by, you'll load up the equipment truck with shoes, uniforms, game balls, warm-up gear, and everything the team needs for game day. When you arrive at Exact Tech Arena, you'll I've set up the locker room adventure. It doesn't get any more behind the scenes in this incredible experience.
I mean, for a basketball, that sounds actually like a steal.
Purchase does not include admittance to the game. Purchase does not include admittance to the game. $350 each. Wait, what? Oh, they're not paying you. They expect you to pay them. Okay. So when I started reading this post, I thought it was going to be one of those, like, job postings that was just a really terrible job and the pay is terrible. But it's not. It's a ticketed experience. These people expect you to pay them $350 for the privilege, for the opportunity to wake up super early and do, what, custodial work around some basketball arena? And even then, you still have to buy tickets to the game. I was so confused by this post, dude. I was like, $350 for just like a morning of doing like basic custodial work? This doesn't seem too bad. Why is this on r/choosing beggars? Why does this have 9,000 upvotes? But it's like, aha! Because they literally want you to pay to work for them. And apparently, I don't know anything about basketball, so I'm going based on the comments down here. But apparently, the Exact Tech Arena isn't like a professional NBA basketball team. It's just some University of Florida basketball team. So it's not like you're gonna, cross paths with LeBron James or something. Dear Santa, hi. So I'm guessing you picked up this letter and you're wondering, is this gonna be like all the other letters asking for things? Well, no, it's not. I'm not here to ask for something of my own. This year, what I'm asking for is coming deep from my heart. You see, alongside this letter, you probably see my brothers as well. The creator is the best film.
I actually kind of want to see the creator, to be honest with you guys. It looks pretty cool. How AI is just destroying the Earth in their disaster movie, guys.
But honestly, there's something more that he would like. There's a computer he wanted a while back, but due to its price, our parents couldn't get it for him. Watching him get turned down made me sad, so I went out of my way to try to save money for his computer. Unfortunately, the computer is $6,189, and I only managed to save $200.
Okay.
So my reason for writing this letter is to ask for $6,000 in Visa cards. I know that I could have actually asked in this letter for the computer itself, but I want to contribute my $200 to the cost. My mom can use her credit card when I trade my Visa card.
Okay, this is written by a child. This is actually kind of cute, not gonna
I'm
lie.
really happy to have a Christmas where I'm giving rather than getting. Thank you for reading my letter, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, even though I wrote this in November. Lol. Sincerely, Elizabeth. You see, I'm not a selfish person because I don't want something for myself. I want something for another person. All I'm asking for is one little gift of $6,000 in credit cards. That's it. Just that one tiny little thing. Just $6,000, please. Also, over the years, I've acquired several computers for my business as a YouTuber. I actually have 3 at the moment. One that I use in my recording booth, one that I use for like my editing and my personal like game station, and then a third which I set up in another room because I might start another project soon and that computer's for that project. And not one of those 3 computers is worth anywhere close to $6,000. $6K is ludicrous for a machine.
Like, what are you trying to do? Save it for Alienware?
Is like my dedicated editing and rendering machine, and if you don't know, rendering is really, really intense on a computer. And even though I like picked out that computer with some really impressive hardware because I need to be able to use like Premiere Pro and Photoshop and all these intensive editing programs on that computer, still I think it was under like $2,500. So asking for $6K is absolutely mind-blowing.
It
I
is.
think that more than likely what's happening here is that this isn't a kid at all. This is just probably some adult who's trying to scam whatever this organization is into giving him $6K in credit cards so he can spend it in.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Like,
I will say it is fishy to me. I didn't think it was a kid. That's why I said if it was a kid, it's cute. Because it's like, how, I didn't know what a credit card was until I was like age, like,
My name is Nadia, and
I was at the age where I, like,
love your cousin
didn't write
Claire +1.
Christmas letters or
I
Santa
was
letters.
wondering if you'd be interested in sending me a pair for free in exchange
exchange for promotion of your products and brands on my social media account. Here's my link, tiktok.com/such and such. I would absolutely love to promote your products. I've got 1,000 to 7,000 views on some unboxing videos and over 900 likes on those videos as well. Let me know what you decide. I can give you my shipping information and contact info if needed. I look forward to hearing back from you. Sincerely, Nadia.
Nadia.
He replied,
No, it's called.
$180
It's funny when she got banned from
I
God.
also have more
Cheating.
likes and followers than you on TikTok.
That made me annoyed how she's like, oh, all these men are being so sexist and because I'm no, it's because you're cheating! You are a cheater!
For the most part, I would get like a couple thousand views per video, so I kind of dropped it. But one thing I learned on TikTok is that 1,000 to 5,000 views on TikTok is nothing. It's chump change. It's pathetic. It is definitely not enough to be asking people for free $180 worth of.
Apparently, like on TikTok, views are very common.
My fiance and I went to see the property, and my father unexpectedly passed away on the same day. We wrote a heartfelt letter, and we included that in our offer. The owner then personally reached out to see if we could make a deal happen. I'm sure that he was eager to sell during these uncertain times, too. I explained that we couldn't offer any more money, since we were already at the max amount that our bank would allow with our Veterans Affairs loan. After telling my agent about the situation, he offered to reduce his commission to make the deal work. I then talked to the owner, and he said to submit the offer, and maybe his agent would do the same to help him out. The only thing left to get the deal done was for this listing agent to agree to do the same, but she refused to help. It's unfortunate, because now you have an owner who can't sell to a willing buyer. I understand that it is not the realtor's responsibility to reduce commissions, that it's simply a choice they can make to help their clients. At a time when unemployment is over 20 million people and people are asking for forbearances on their mortgage, she decided not to help.
Then the realtor replies, it's rather sad and frustrating that it was demanded of me to reduce my commission. It may not have felt like a demand, but after going online and providing me a poor review on every portal you could locate because I wouldn't bend to your wishes demonstrates that you were making demands. And best of all, you weren't even my clients. My client also never asked me to reduce my commissions until much, much later. What my clients didn't tell you was that I already reduced my commission prior to taking the listing. I was then told that I had to reduce my commission again by you to make the deal work. All in all, I reduced my commissions by over 1.25%. As a quick aside, my understanding of realty is that the standard commission is 6%, which is split between the two agents, so 3% to each. So this realtor was originally stating to make 3% commission, which they reduced by 1.25%. So that's almost, not quite, half of her total commission. So honestly, that's a huge discount. Anyways, back to the post. What you may not know while you were demanding me to reduce my commission is that I have a team that I also have to compensate. My girl spent several days at the property cleaning it to listing. We paid for drone photography, a 3D tour, photos,
in my office right here.
And we let in HVAC companies to service the house. We also acted as a delivery service to deliver the homeowner's personal goods from another location in town, and so much more. My duty is always to my client, and you were not my client in any capacity. I realize it's frustrating. However, I didn't feel like this was the best deal for my client, as the entire market has actually shown signs of being boosted by COVID. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that this is a $1.5 million home. This person complained about unemployment, but then they expect the realtor to work for free. Okay, so I did the math, and if it's correct, 1.25% of 1.5 billion is $18,750. So this choosing beggar was literally expecting this realtor to give up 19 grand just so she could get her house cheaper. And it's like, what does that have to do with your dad dying? I mean, I'm sorry, lady, but what do you expect me to do? Be like, I'm so sorry your dad died. Here's $19,000 out of my pocket. Honestly, I have a sneaking suspicion that every single time this lady tries to buy her house, her dad tragically and unexpectedly dies.
She's on like the 5th dad by now.
Check out my podcast where I publish the
exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.
Why won't anybody buy me a new phone? That's
What are we gonna do? Rock the house.
I love The Office.
Today's video is sponsored by Raycon. Welcome to r/choosing beggars, where someone expects a free car.
Can someone please pay my tuition and my room and board? I use Illinois State University's gold plated.
Oh my God. Okay. Illinois State University. Oh, that's like what? 10 minutes from my college? Wow. Damn. I have a friend that graduated there. Actually, it's pretty good campus. A little old though.
I would also like
Nonetheless,
to
good
iPhone
campus.
Because seeing everyone with the latest one is killing my spirit and hurting my grades. Please
Okay.
support-
This year, I was planning on getting the iPhone 15, but I was gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna be a little cautious. And guess what, guys? Well, turns out the iPhone 15 is more fragile than the Twitter user. And yep, I've canceled my plans of getting the iPhone 15. I might go to the iPhone 13.
World's next greatest philosopher. If you'd like to help me out more, ask me about my doTERRA products.
And then someone posted this on Reddit, and this person got absolutely trashed. So OP posted this.
To whomever.
Let's go. Please support the world's next greatest philosopher.
And my
Okay.
dad is asking for help on Reddit. Thanks for making me cry. Also, no one has sent me any help in the form of money or gifts for the upcoming semester. I just wanted an effing iPhone so I could feel accepted and not a single effing person offered to buy me a new one. I don't want your poor people Android.
I hope you get like the first Android they made.
And none of you have even effing inquired about doTERRA and the amazing products I sell. Thanks a lot, buttholes. I hope you all die.
This choosing beggar got a business loan to buy into a pyramid scheme? And they think they're going to be the world's next great philosopher? Yeah, bad chance. On this next post, OP was trying to give away a winter coat and had this experience. So I had 2 coats to give away, then I had car troubles. My anxiety was on max trying to get these 2 winter coats to things in need. I was so upset to hear that one of the ladies said,
Oh, that's the one that I don't like.
and told her to take it back. I figured anyone who really needed a coat would have taken anything just to save warm. I guess looking good is her priority. Anyways, if anyone knows someone who needs a winter coat, size 2X or 3X, let me know. It's one of the warmest coats I've ever owned.
No kidding. That's like all my coats. All I want them to be. All I think I ask is if they're black or red or gray. That's all I care about.
But I know the other lady really needed hers and is happy to.
Otherwise, my coats, I really don't
Decorate for the holidays.
have
It's
like
nice, but it's been the same
a big
decoration
preference
for
for
the past
this
20
fashion.
years. How can I nicely tell them that we want something else? So, Hobby Lobby's return and exchange policy is only 90 days. That means that after 90 days, you're stuck with an item. I have bought 2 different pictures for my bathroom and finally decided which one to hang. I purchased them on September 27th, and today is December 30th. That's 94 days, and it's not a seasonal item. And as a matter of fact, they still have 2 of these pictures on the floor. I could understand store credit or if it was a seasonal item, but now I'm stuck with a picture that I don't want.
Yes, that's literally how buying things work.
90 days is a good amount of days.
Deal with it.
That's a quarter of a year.
To drive me around to gigs.
Hi, I'm a musician slash singer needing an unselfish female to drive me around town on gigs. Just friends. I'm black and in my 50s. Please respond. I can also help with gas, somewhat. What I can't figure out is, why does this person need a woman to drive him around town? If there's some guy out there who's like, sure, I've got nothing better to do with my time than just burn gas money driving this guy around town, then would OP reject him? It's not enough that he gets a free taxi driver. He needs a free female taxi driver.
That's a little bit sketchy.
Place for my kids. I refuse to shell out $500 at Home Depot for one. It must have A, a slide, B, attached.
A free? Do you know how those are pricey?
Platform.
$500 for one of those things actually sounds like a steal.
Delivery only, please. This Saturday would be the best day to come to my house, and if you could install it too, I'd treat you to some lemonade. Also, make sure there are no nails or sharp objects that could hurt my boys. Thanks in advance.
Line it with razor
I have one
blades.
for you. Call me on my cell so we can arrange delivery. 603-521-9950.
Hey, you gave me the wrong number. That's Lowe's.
That's a hint, honey. They'll help you with what you need just fine.
I'm reporting you, cunt.
Ah.
was trying to sell a PS4 online, and negotiations broke down, so we blocked this guy's number. Then OP receives this message.
How dare you block me in the middle of negotiations? I will report you to the police, you swine. That PS4 and all the accompanying stuff isn't worth more than $200, and you know it.
You don't need a PS4. You need a psychologist.
Oh!
Not a new number. And down in the comments, we
Ow.
Roxy61. I would love to hear them.
Let's see.
In the middle of the PS4 online, and negotiations broke down, so we blocked this guy's number. Then OP receives this message.
How dare you block me in the middle
Oh
of
no, you
negotiations?
blocked me in the middle of negotiations.
Swine. That PS4 and all the accompanying
Boo-hoo.
stuff isn't worth more than $200, and you know it.
You don't need a PS4. You need a psychologist.
That guy got roasted.
Get help, not a new number. And down in the comments, we have this post from Roxy61. I would love to hear that call to the police.
Yes, officer, that swine blocked me in the middle of negotiations. I want him arrested right now. Hello? Hello? Officer? What, you swine? You hung up on me? I want you arrested. Just a little bit. I'm a little disheartened on this Veterans Day. It's supposed to be just that, Veterans Day, meaning previously served or retired in one capacity or another. But while trying to go get lunch for my veteran, we were the last in line because there were some very young, active military members ahead of us. We were instructed to wait for an hour or more. I'm not discrediting active military, but Veterans Day is about that. Veterans. None. I just listened yesterday, folks. We were able to get a free car.
Veterans Day is for all military
We
members,
had 2
idiot.
dogs in the car. And even then, the only thing that they asked us is if we were military affiliated. Not, are you a veteran? 3 cars of very young active military guys were in front of us. I know they were active because I heard them say so. Shameful. I hope every POW from Vietnam War, Korean War, or whatever war got at least something because and my veterans served in War II. Again, this is not discrediting active military.
You
I just
kind of
don't
are.
think folks fully understand Veterans Day. Lost my little brother training to get shipped off. Pray for those who are or have been in the same boat.
The best part about this post is that OP isn't a veteran. They keep saying my veteran, which I'm going to assume is just their spouse. So it's either an angry wife talking about their veteran husband, or an angry husband talking about their veteran wife. Either way, the audacity of this person talking about active military being undeserving, when somehow she's deserving just because her spouse is
No
military.
kidding.
I have this sneaking suspicion that this is a special brand of Karen. The "you will address me by my husband's rank" type of Karen.
Hey, Adam, I heard you made mobile apps before. I was wondering if you could make one for me. Yeah, I have. And I hate to ask, but I've had some people ask me to do it for free. You can pay, right? I charge 20 to 75 bucks an hour to people I know and based on how difficult I think it is.
I was thinking we could split the profits of the app 50-50 so you can make a lot more money overall.
Sorry, man. I need some guaranteed cash here.
Come on, dude. You should be grateful I'm offering you 50-50. You can even add on your resume that you made my app. How about this? You tell me the idea and I make the app and get 100% of the profits. And you can put in your resume that you came up with the idea of the app that I made. F off.
This post highlights one of the most important rules of is still $0. And how much do you want to bet that this guy's inane app idea is like, yeah, so it's like Facebook, but for dogs. Or, so my idea is Twitter, but like way, way better than Twitter.
This is a job posting for a nanny. Must be responsible for a wide range of domestic duties. Most of the time, the schedule will be Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, full days are required during the summer from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We also need full days when the kids are on holiday breaks or home from school sick. We need someone who can be flexible with their work schedule due to our jobs that require us to travel occasionally. The nanny will be assisting the mom with the 2 kids who are 8 and 13. Driving is a big part of this position, so the candidate must have a car. A clean driving record and experience driving in a major city is a must. We need help keeping the home and kids organized as well as errands. Must be good with pets. Computer experience is required as well, since kids need help navigating schoolwork. Responsibilities: preparing kids for school and or activities, making meals for kids, driving kids to schools, games, appointments, etc. Doing laundry and other household chores and light cleaning. Tutor the kids in school subjects. Caring for pets. Complete the family's grocery shopping or personal shopping. Errands such as the bank, UPS, pharmacy, etc. The required knowledge, skills, and abilities are as follows. Knowledge of housekeeping activities.
Must literally be able to cut your own
Willingness
arm
to
off
adhere to
and
health
legs
and
up.
safety standards. Ability to be respectful, compassionate, flexible, and have strong ethics. Good time management skills. Outstanding communication.
Oh my
and
God,
interpersonal
calm
skills.
down.
Ability to be
Perfectionist.
aware of others' reactions, needs, and individual differences. Hardworking. The education and experience requirements are as follows. Bachelor's degree or equivalent. Must be between 25 to 30 years old. Must have
Okay.
experience as an au pair or live-in nanny for 2 years. Be bilingual. Spanish or Portuguese is a plus. Must be able to
Jesus.
provide good references. Must be involved with art or sports. Must have a car and a driver's license. Trustworthy and responsible. Knowledge in Microsoft Office. Job type full-time. Pay $13 per hour. So basically,
13 an hour for that?
13 bucks an hour.
GF, why?
Her pets and all of her household chores. Lady, I think I'd rather just work at McDonald's. And she needs a college degree? Why on earth does a nanny need a college degree? And down in the comments, we have this post from Free Hat McCullough. I never thought these were real until I saw someone I know post that she needed someone to watch her kindergarten-age son while she was at work. She offered $40 a week for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. She also wanted this magical person to pick up her kid from home and then drop him back after she got home from work. People commented that she must have meant $40 per day, which seems low. She made a second post to clarify that it was indeed $40 per week. Again, people pointed out how low of a figure that was, and she said she was hoping that someone would be able to do this and be a really good friend and help her out. She also said it never hurts to ask. Posted to r/advice.
Never hurts to pay.
I gave my best friend my old car. Now she wants a share of the sale because she maintained it. My best friend moved from her hometown of Blank and joined me in Blank in February 2019. When she came, she was going to buy a car, but I still had my old car, the 2004 Chevy Malibu. So I offered that she could use it for free to save on costs. She could use it for as long as she wanted and return it when she didn't need it anymore. She agreed to maintain it while it was in her possession. Anyway, she secured a new job in Toronto and will be moving in November. I asked if she wanted to keep the car and she said no. She'll buy one when she gets over there. So far, so good. But then her boyfriend pipes up and says that since she put money into the car to maintain it, she should be entitled to a share of the money from the car sale when I do go to sell it. That doesn't sound right to me, but I wanted to ask if that sounds fair or not. And down in the comments, we have the perfect reply from Demand Be More. Absolutely. She can deduct the maintenance costs from the retroactive lease payments of $250 a month. Let's see, about 20 months of lease payments at $250 a month equals $5,000. So yeah, go ahead and deduct the maintenance cost she has receipts for from the $5K, and then add back the cost of any insurance that was maintained on the car. I don't know, maybe $1,500 for the nearly 2 years. And her lease bill comes out to around $6,500, minus documented maintenance costs. Let's settle the bill, and then we can talk about how to share the proceeds of the sale of the car. I guess some people don't know good fortune when it knocks on their door and slaps them in the face. Actually, it looks like this Reddit user forgot about taxes. You have to pay property taxes on cars, so that bill should actually be a little bit higher. Hey, I saw that you're back on the scene again. My band and I are heading up to a big release, and my label said they're going to handle all the promotional side of things. But I want you to design us a few album covers. We choose which ones we like, and then we'll get our label to cover the costs. Thanks for reaching out. I'd love to help you out.
here's a link to one of our songs, just to get the general vibe of it. The album's called Blank, by the way. It's basically deep house with EDM elements if you can sort that out. I had a listen, I think I have a good idea of where I want to go with it. I've got a few ideas that I want to pursue, but first I gotta talk about pricing. For a large-scale project like this, I charge a €10 deposit fee on top of my other service charges. For a project like this, I can give you the option of paying me €35 per hour or paying me a fixed amount in advance. Okay, I mean, €35 is pretty expensive. It runs out to be something like $40. Not to mention the extra $10 on top of that. Can we go lower? I know our label is paying for it, but I don't want to rob them, lol. I understand. I try to work efficiently so as to not have huge time delays or cost overruns. I can try to limit the amount of time I spend on it if you prefer, maybe giving fewer album covers to choose from, for example, but my hourly rate is firm. Listen, I don't appreciate being treated like complete dirt over here. My band didn't work tirelessly on our new album for the past 9 months to have it disrespected by some stuck-up
Dude,
soy
just
boy.
pay for it.
So, are you gonna offer me the same service for a reduced rate, or am I gonna have to go give this project to some Indian on Fiverr?
Okay, so you're awful.
I'll take this to r/choosing beggars. Man, what gets me about this post is that the choosing beggar is a musician. You'd think that if anyone out there would understand the plight of fellow artists, it would be another artist. Surely they got people hitting them up all the time, asking them for free shows or whatever. So where do they get off trying to scam OP out of free artwork? This choosing beggar isn't just entitled, he's also a selfish hypocrite. On his next post, OP is developing a free Telegram bot, and he gets this message. Hey, the bot isn't working. Hi, thanks for letting me know. It should start working soon. What a waste of time. This is BS. What's BS? Are you gonna make it work today or not? Dude, I'm working on this project alone in my spare time after my day job, and I'm paying for the server from my own pocket, so all of your 10K users can use it for free, without me asking anything in return. So, you wanna play good cop, bad cop? I'll tell you what, I ain't playing. Bye-bye. Are you serious? It's free. Bye. They say no good deed goes unpunished. OP, for releasing your product for free, that was your punishment. Hi, I'm looking to trade my Nintendo Switch Lite for an iPad Pro. I had to go look it up, and the Nintendo Switch Lite Hi, I'm looking to upgrade my wife to Scarlett Johansson. I want to be your customer, but you charge way too much. I want to be your nail tech, but you're way too broke.
Haha!
My comment was, that's how offensive your statement was to me. Be mindful that although you may not understand the way a professional charges, it doesn't necessarily make them too expensive. I can't afford a Mercedes, but I don't go to the shop and tell them they charge too much. I personally know that I can't afford it just yet. Again, thank you for your time, and unfortunately, I'm not accepting any new clients at this time. If you're looking for a good gift for the holidays, then I recommend Raycon earbuds. Raycon earbuds only cost about half as much as other earbuds on the market.
Let me commit insurance fraud.
6 hours of playtime. We use our Raycons all the time. I wear my Raycons when I edit audio for my YouTube videos.
Why do I have to pay my employees?
America's plastic makers aren't just making plastic products more recyclable.
But making them smaller, that way they can get into the environment easier.
Where someone wants to hire an honest-to-God slave, seeking a live-in nanny for a 15-month-old baby. What we're offering is room and board in a comfortable, quiet home for a family of 3 childcare. The mother is very hands-on and involved with day-to-day childcare operations. Typical hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., but you'll get off holidays and weekends. Our preferred qualifications are as follows. You must be CPR certified or knowledgeable or willing to be trained. You must have a personal vehicle. You must have previous childcare and nanny experience. You must be willing to clean, do laundry, and maintain household standards. You must be willing to follow a scheduled routine outlined by parents. You must be willing to assist with potty training. The following is our preferred personal standards. You must be quiet, no partying. You must know how to maintain a clean room and bathroom. No loud music, no guests. You must have an appropriate bedtime. You must be able to give a small report of the day each evening. So, they want someone to come to their home and work for free. It's not even accurate to call this person a slave, because at least a slave owner had to feed their slaves. Presumably, based on this post, the nanny would also be expected to pay for their own food. They also said the applicant had to have their own car, so presumably they'd be driving around town spending their own gas money. So this job is literally less profitable than being a slave. Hello, I'd like to commission you for a headshot. Okay, that'll be 100
Okay.
pesos. Why is that so high? It's just a headshot. And it's not
Yeah,
even real
50
art
PMG is
because
expensive,
it's
bro.
digital. No offense. And then Opie sends a choosing beggar a shocked emoji. What? Shocked because I told you the cold truth? No, it's not that. I'm just shocked that I've been chatting with an animal the whole time. How did you learn to speak the human language?
Damn.
And to be clear, 100 pesos is like $2. Dude, if you can't even afford a $2 headshot, then you can't afford the bus.
Oh yeah,
pass or
pesos
gas
are
money
such an
required
ass
to get
currency.
you the
They're so
job that would
inflated.
need the headshot in the first place. I've interviewed several people for this job opening this week, and all the interviews went great. There's so many talented people out there, but here's the problem. None of the candidates have sent up a follow-up email to thank us for the interview. Not one. That surprised me. These positions are very competitive, and I just think that as a hiring person, getting a simple thank you email might give you an edge. That is all. And then someone replies to this employer. I tried to contact you guys about a gig a while ago, and I never heard back. FYI, I would have included a formal thanks of a handwritten note, and I write in cursive. Yeah, we get so many applications for positions that we say in our job description that we'll reach out to those who we feel interest the hiring manager. I've sent about 100 applications to companies over my career and never got a response from any of them. Then someone else replies, Sir, do you really not see the hypocrisy? Do you think that yours is the only job they applied for? It's not enough that we have to write a resume. It's not enough that we have to write a cover letter. It's not enough that we have to get dressed up nice and drive across town to have an unpaid interview. No, a person looking for a job can do all these things, and still it's not enough. Hiring people like these expect you to write a thank you letter? Thanking you for what? You're getting paid to interview us.
This could be my personal vault where I store my weapons and my armor.
So why should we be excited that you're interviewing us? We're not actually getting anything until you give us our first paycheck. Man, stuff like this just pisses me off. Applying for a job nowadays is so obnoxious. And douchebags like these expect us to thank them for their time? How about we start sending you thank you emails after you start replying to people who apply to let us know whether or not we got the job first?
No kidding.
Companies ghost employees way more than employees ghost companies. Review 1 stop. I went to pick up my partner and I decided to arrive at the airport 2 hours early. The airport had the nerve to charge me $2 for parking. I have a disability sticker. I'm entitled to free parking. I shouldn't have to pay $2 whole for parking.
$2? That's cheap.
Pay for things like that. I always get free parking. Wait,
She probably was
this
forced to
person
pay a
thinks they
$2
get
bill
free
and she's
parking
all
because they have a
mad.
disabled sticker? Like, when they go to park in the disabled space at, like, McDonald's or grocery stores, do they think to themselves, enjoy your paid parking, losers. I get to park in the free disabled parking space. Lady, that's not how this works. On this next post, OP's father is a photographer, and OP's dad gets this message. Sounds good. We can shoot some stuff around here. Also, I'm down to come into the city and get some great content shots. I don't know how to compensate you for your time, but if you like, we could do some great shots to help you get more exposure for your photography. Smiley face. And then OP's dad replies, I've been nominated 3 times for a Pulitzer. I'm so exposed, I could be naked. Man, what a great comeback. This says strong, do you even know who I am? Also, how is this choosing beggar saying, I don't know how to compensate you for your time? As if
Money.
there weren't already an agreed upon currency that everyone uses explicitly to compensate people for their time. Hey, so I'm a new VTuber and I love your Gura sketch. But you said that you normally do digital art, so can I post this Gura sketch and claim it as mine? You already do digital art, so you don't need to be posting paper art. That's just too much talent hogging, and you're being selfish for also doing art on paper. Help out a small VTuber and let me gain some fame. I love Gura more than you anyway. So, completely unrelated to this story, but this reminds me. I'm the type of person who loves making YouTube channels. I've got this channel r/, but for those of you who don't know, I started like multiple channels before this. I had 2 gaming channels called Dabcat, and like I grew them pretty big. They got up to like 400k subs on one. I think the other one got up to like 250,000 subscribers. And they were like my main job for a while, but I'm just the type of person who loves making more YouTube channels. And probably in the future at some point, I'm going to make another YouTube channel. I don't know when that'll be or what the channel will be about, but since I've started 3 channels in the past, it's probably pretty likely that I'll start another one. That being said, if I were a girl, I would completely start a VTuber channel, no doubt about it. I think the VTuber trend is super cool. Not in the way of like, I'm a fan of the content. I'm just personally really fascinated by the growth of VTubers this past like year or so. But unfortunately, I'm a dude, so I just don't think that I would get any success as a VTuber. I don't know, would you guys watch a VTuber channel of like r/chan and my character model was some chick with just big old boobies? Nah, it's funny to think
Like
about.
anime.
But realistically, I think that only girls are going to find success in that space. It's honestly a shame because VTuber growth is awesome. And if anyone out there is thinking about becoming a content creator, I would say now's a great time to get on board, especially if you're a girl. VTuber growth right now is absolutely insane, and I'm really jealous of it. So if you've got a lot of charisma and a cute voice, then I'm telling you, you can make money hand over fist becoming a VTuber. A lot more money than I could make as a VTuber anyways. Our next Reddit post is from Rando Boomer. Okay, so I've had to tell one of my employees to no longer let his wife contact me directly after this. We sometimes have to travel for work, and when COVID hit last year, we were stuck with lots of unused airline tickets. While the airlines did give us travel credit, they're stuck in the name of the passenger. So even though I'm the one who paid for the ticket, it's the employees who have the airline credit. Talking with our clients, it appears that we're going to be meeting virtually for the foreseeable future. Rather than let the travel credits expire and have no value, I told our team that they can use them for personal travel. I would rather see them use it for vacation than for them to go to waste. Remember, the credit is only in the name of the original passenger, nobody else. So my employees can use them for themselves, but not other people, like their spouses, kids, etc. So, after announcing this, I got an email from an employee's wife who contacted me asking me for a free color printer earlier this year. She thought that it was nice that I gave my employees the option to use company-paid tickets for personal travel. But she was upset that that only benefited her husband, not her or her kids. She was wondering if I would consider offering some sort of deal for them, like 50% reimbursement so they could all go on vacation. WTF? At minimum, I'm the one paying for the husband's vacation airfare, but that's still not good enough. I emailed back with a curt, no. This was offered as a token of appreciation for the hard work that everyone is doing. Going forward, please don't contact me in the future unless it's an emergency regarding your husband. I then called my employee and told him that, barring some emergency involving his grave illness or death, I don't want her emailing or calling me ever again. Despite my tone that, in hindsight, was probably harsher than it should have been, he was very apologetic, and he said that she'd written to me without his knowledge. You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished. And OP mentioned a color printer story, so I went back into OP's comments and I found that story. My employees have been working remotely for about a year now, and like most businesses, we weren't as prepared as we could have been. I bought new laptops, stocking stations, and 2 monitors for everyone last year. But one thing that I forgot was printers. Everyone said they already had a printer, so I said that I just reimbursed them for toner and soft. Well, not really. Some had inkjets, and those cartridges get expensive quickly.
Yeah, they do.
And when people had to scan and archive documents, people who didn't have a scanner would have to trek into the office to do it. It wasn't an impossible situation, just not a great one. And since work has picked up, it's become a growing headache. Last week, I decided that we're going to let our office lease expire and go full-on remote for the rest of 2021. I don't think anyone wants to be trekking to my house to scan documents. Dan, an employee on our team, is really tech-savvy. He has a good multi-function laser printer that does scanning and faxing. It prints double-sided and at a pretty good speed and has Wi-Fi support. Best of all, he's really familiar with it, and he said that he'd help anyone with setup.
Where's my ARK and save it?
And it works great. Last Friday, I told everyone I was buying these printers for their work at home. A number of people have kids who are remote learning, so I said they could let their kids and spouses use it too.
Oh, I
People
think
seem
I might
pretty
move him.
pleased. This weekend, I had the following maddening email exchange with a team member's wife. Please note that in the original emails there were a few pleasantries exchanged, but I cut those out in this story, so still, I'm surprised by the audacity of this woman. This woman was so adept at dodging facts that she should consider running for office.
Hi, this is Choosing Beggar. I'm the wife of one of your employees. I heard that you were giving everyone printers and that you said it was okay for our kids to use it for schoolwork.
Hi, Choosing Beggar. Yes, it supports Wi-Fi, so anyone in the house can use it. I don't know much about the setup, but one of our guys, Dan, is really tech savvy, and he volunteered to help anyone in their family with their setup. I hope that helps.
Would it be possible to get a color printer?
It's easier if everyone has the same model. Dan is really familiar with this model. Plus, it makes it easier for tracking, accounting, and supplies, so this is the best fit.
I just found this other model for the same money. It wouldn't cost you any more. Could we get that one instead?
In the long run, it does make a difference. Color cartridges cost more money.
Yep.
Plus, that one is slower and doesn't support scanning.
The kids will mind if it's slower, and they don't need to scan anything for school.
The primary purpose of this printer is for your husband's work. The speed and the scanning are important to him.
He doesn't scan anything. Our current printer doesn't scan at all.
I know, he has to drive into the office to scan. This printer will save him time. Plus, we're not going to have an office after June.
He won't mind, and I've overheard you on Zoom meetings talking about the danger of one-size-fits-all thinking. Isn't that what this is?
I finally lost my patience. I was done negotiating with a beggar. Choosing Beggar, one of the printers that I selected will be arriving at your house today or tomorrow. That printer is my property for the purpose of your husband to do his job. Your kids can use it for schoolwork, within reason. Please have your husband get in touch with Dan if he needs assistance.
Oh, I thought that you were buying it for us to keep. Never mind then.
First, how would this behavior have been any better if it were a gift? Second, are that many employers giving away printers? I did get an email from the husband later on apologizing. Let's hope his kids take after him. Man, this lady has some nerve. If I contacted my wife's boss and scolded her about something about her job, my wife would chew me out. And she should, of course, right? Like,
Huh, that doesn't seem correct. What? And some of my Argentavis is killed by level 08 Raptor. But that was a... But my Raptor... that's not possible. My Argentavis is on this island or something. Because I... Remember yesterday? I was taking my Argent... Yeah, there he is. What? The logs are glitched. That's when the Argentavis actually died from that glitch. I was saying, I'm a little worried there. Like, that shouldn't happen.
it's completely natural. Having your spouse jeopardize your job like that is so embarrassing. On this next post, OP builds custom keyboards.
Hey, I saw your setup on your story. Where'd you get your keyboard from? I really like it.
Thanks. It's a GMMK Pro with Sunset Taihao keycaps. It also has Panda Ivory switches. I also custom made some SDKs with my design.
Oh, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, in my past I like to build things like keyboards and PCs.
Oh, in that case, you should send me one. I want cherry switches and HyperX keycaps.
Well, those are quite expensive. I suppose I could send you some spare parts from other builds, but doing a full custom build is too expensive. I also charge for the commissions I get.
You already have a lot of money. Please help someone out during COVID.
I can't do that, sorry.
Don't use COVID as an excuse to not pay for something.
And it's just one keyboard.
I also work for my money, and I'm in high school. We're all struggling, and I'm afraid that I can't do that.
F you. All I'm asking for is a keyboard, which you have many of. And you still want to be so greedy, shaking my head. F you.
OP, you should ask for this kid's address and send him the keys F and U.
Please, someone watch my stupid grandpa. I'm supposed to watch over this mindless idiot, and I can't
Wow.
even pay someone for help, so I need someone to do it for me for free. Also, if you have like an old phone or something, please give it to me. I legit can't deal with this anymore. I need a distraction.
And then someone replies, "You lucky to go to college after this, kid. This is plain old neglect, abuse, and disrespect.
It is.
In my days, you'd have been whipped tenfold." And then someone else replies, "Don't worry, I've managed to contact their parents. This little idiot forgot that his parents use Facebook too. I've also reported the post." I don't
Oh,
know, this kind of seems like an everyone sucks here situation. Sure, clearly the kid is a brat, but at the same time, should his parents compare grandparents to kids? Obviously not. That was r/choosing beggars, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.
that's weird how, like, it said my Argentavis actually died, but it's false. 'Cause, like, how could it be killed by raptors? Raptors don't spawn on River Island. I remember using the using the Argentavis to cut down trees. There's already Melnos respawning. Pay my rent.
Welcome to r/choosing beggars, where a guy expects you to pay to his rent for an entire year. On this next post, a bride sends this to the photographer she hired to photo her wedding day.
Looking over my wedding day, 5 hours will not be enough to cover the entire pictures that I want. We, unfortunately, cannot stretch our budget for photographs anymore. My husband and I wanted to ask if you guys would be willing to stay an additional 3 hours for full coverage the day of. Hi, you said you had your Nintendo Switch for sale? Huh? Blank said you were selling it.
Oh, no, it's not for sale.
When will it be for sale?
Huh? I'm not selling it.
Why not? You're a grown-up. Come on. Those Switches are made for kids.
I'm
And
sorry.
you're acting like one.
I said they're made for kids. Don't you have any hobbies or something? I'll give you $350 for it, and that's it. My little brother wants one. Sell it to me, or I'll call the police.
Good luck with that. Have a good day. On this next
I have to. Police, this kid won't sell me his Nintendo Switch. What? Why are you hanging up? Ah!
He's selling a gecko.
I've researched so much.
$5 for everything. I'll get it ASAP. No thank you. I'll take $45 for everything if you can answer some questions about taking care of the animal. I can, but I'm not interested anymore. Well, okay, thanks.
I hate rude people. Watch your epic mouth next time, and maybe you won't lose a sale because I would have paid full price, moron. Learn manners.
Man, saying that he would pay full price is such a weak argument. If you were willing to pay full price, then why didn't you? On this next post, OP is selling something, and a choosing beggar tries to haggle down on the price, but OP says, no thanks. But it's not worth $80. Look, we all need money, fair enough, but it's worth less. I googled it. Buy one from Google then. With the added tax now applied, no thanks. Look, I don't even have a TV. Can't we compromise? I can do $70 and that's with delivery. 65. I can do 65 if you come and collect it. I can't. I have a package coming. Where are you? I'm on the road between blank and blank. That's not
not even in blank. Can't you just drive to me? For $65, it's really not that far driving. Well, if it's not that far, then come and collect it. I'm reporting you on Facebook for trying to scam people with your garbage laptop. It is not worth the price you set. Go get an effing job. My babysitter is going back to her normal job on the 1st. So I need a sitter to come to my house and babysit from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. 6 to 7 days a week. $25 a day is my pay. You have access to my Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and cable. You'll need to start my toddler on her desktop until I get home. Serious inquiries only. I have a 4-month-old and a 3-year-old. This lady is paying $25 a day for overnight babysitting. So, as near as I can gather, what this lady is actually saying is she's looking for a homeless person who wants to sleep with her kids for $2 an hour. Lady, are you sure about that? Hi, is this blank? Yes. Yeah, so I saw your ad for the PlayStation 2, and I was wondering if you would lower the price a bit since the warranty is void. The price is $70 with more than 100 games, 2 controllers, and 2 memory cards. Drop it to $65.
PS2.
It's a bit much since the warranty is void. I'm a hundred person who wants to sleep with her kids for the PlayStation
Oh.
bucks, and that's it. Oh, so it's old AF and you're asking $60. Be realistic. It's not worth that, man. I'll give you $10 and I'm being generous.
No, you're not.
If you want a new one, go to the store. Otherwise, quit wasting my time and yours, please. Man, F you, dude. You broke loser can't afford the new one. That's why you mad, lol. Take the $10 and STFU. Man, I gotta say, $60 for 100 PlayStation 2 games is an absolute steal.
Wait, 100? $60? Yeah, they're old games, but damn.
Most PlayStation 5 owners would jump at that deal. On this next post, OP is selling a $300 bed frame for only $200. I'll pay $50 for the bed frame. I bet you would. LMAO, if you can't sell it for that heinous price, you know where to find me. So, somewhere with a bed. Sure. That was effing rude. I live in a house butthole. I'm just always looking for a good bargain. Man, what always gets me about these choosing beggars is the complete lack of self-awareness. This choosing beggar comes in really strong, undercutting the price, laughing at the price, and calling it heinous. Then, when OP replies with a snarky joke, they get upset and say that was effing rude. That's what I just don't get. Like, you were rude first. Do these people genuinely not understand that? Good afternoon. Is this still available? Yes, they are. Just to confirm, these are not wireless. Plug in by a lightning connector. Okay, can you donate them and drop them off in the city where I live 30 minutes away?
Right.
I get that the funny thing about this post is the choosing beggar's entitlement, but I can't stop thinking about butt plug with a lightning connector. That sounds dangerous. I keep imagining someone plugging that in their butt, then it gets hit by lightning, and they light up like a light bulb. Our next Reddit post is from Rando Boomer. This is a story about my sister-in-law and her useless boyfriend. My sister-in-law is my wife's sister and is a terrific person. Her useless boyfriend is decidedly not. In regards to r/choosing beggars content, he's the gift that keeps on giving. Like chlamydia.
Oh my god.
Lost her job due to COVID and moved in with us until we got back on her feet. We're happy to have my sister-in-law. She's been absolutely terrific. Pitching in around the house, spending time with the family, and being my wife's best friend. This is decidedly not true of the useless boyfriend. He locks himself in the room playing video games all day long.
Like me, but except for, unlike him, I actually drive.
She kept demanding that we pay for it, and otherwise makes it clear how much of an imposition it is for him to live at our home rent-free. My sister-in-law was finally able to get a full-time job last month. Their finances are still a mess, but things are improving, and she said they will out in the spring. Honestly, we're all going to miss her. As for her useless boyfriend, the best thing I can say is I don't care if the door hits him on the way out or not, just so long as he's on the other side of it. Our oldest son is 23 and moved about 30 minutes here back in the fall
2020, he renewed his lease for 1 year for a nice but small studio apartment. Really fantastic job opportunity arose for our son. He's moving much further away, which is sad. But it's a great opportunity and we're happy for him. The largest problem for him is his lease, which still has 10 months to go. He spoke to his landlord, who's a good guy. The landlord said that normally he'd be willing to let our son out of the lease, but with COVID, he has several tenants who haven't paid rent for a while, and he can't afford another apartment that's generating no income. The landlord the moment he could rent the apartment to someone else, but the market has been really slow, and he didn't know how long that would take. I don't blame the landlord a bit. He was being fair. Looking to exit the lease sooner, our son suggested that my sister-in-law and her useless boyfriend move in. He would move out February 1st, but pay for February and March. Then they would pick up the rent in April. This would give them 2 more months to get their finances in order, and my son would only be out of 2 months' rent. And as an added bonus, it's closer to my sister-in-law's job and would cut 10 minutes off her daily commute. Everyone's happy, right? Everyone except for useless boyfriend, that is. Looking at the apartment, he complained that it was too small. He complained that they'd have to pay for food and utilities. You know, those things he enjoys for free because my wife and I are paying for them now. He complained that he'd have to set up his computer in the living room instead of the bedroom. Then he dropped this little nuggets. The useless boyfriend said to my son, "With utilities, it's going to be even higher. You should pay all of our rent. We're doing you a favor." My son assumed that he and restated his offer.
Okay, buddy, you're not doing us a favor by getting like 500 units of currency on World of Warcraft.
Not good enough. To useless boyfriend's way of thinking, my son should pay their rent for the remainder of the lease. That's all 10 months and let them live there rent-free. My sister-in-law was mortified at her boyfriend for trying to take advantage of our son, her nephew, in that way. After months and months of listening to him complain about his suffering while others paid for everything, she finally had enough. She said, "Boyfriend, I like this place, so I'm moving in, but you're not. When we get home, you're packing your stuff and I'm driving you to your mother's. We're done." Our son called with a happy news while they drove home. Instead of 30 minutes, they took an hour to get home and we were a little concerned. We called and she confirmed that everything was okay. So we assembled the moving boxes for him so we could start packing right away. I postponed the party. He walked in the door to find everything he needed to pack up. Apparently, on the ride back, useless boyfriend was whining and complaining about their breakup. They stopped to talk for a bit, at which point he said something. My sister-in-law won't say what, and it creeped her out. She asked me to drive him to his mother's, which I was more than happy to do. We drove the hour-long trip to his mother's place without speaking. I helped him carry his stuff to the porch. Then, out of politeness, I extended my hand to him and wished him luck. He stared at me and didn't say a word. There was no, "Thanks for letting me live with you for free for almost a year," or "Tell my girlfriend that I'm sorry." He just stared like the petulant child that he is. My sister-in-law was doing really well.
I like how my architect looks at me like, "Boy, I'll beat you."
Quite a distance away. But useless boyfriend, we'll miss him about as much as we will last week's recycling. At least the recycling can be turned into something useful. My sister-in-law has put useless boyfriend in the rearview mirror. Her ex-boyfriend did call her to apologize and try to make things better. I didn't hear the conversation, but he apparently said all the wrong things. Because she was only madder by the time she hung up on him. He hasn't called or texted her since. Well, I think it's fitting that OP drove the useless boyfriend to his mother's place. Because by the sound of things, that's what he wants. He doesn't need a girlfriend, he needs a mommy to pay for all of his things. Selling The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for $40. Hi, is this still available? Can you do $3, please? Yeah, it's available. I can do $35, but it's pickup only. This is for a child from Venezuela who asked me to buy it. Please make it $30. It's not for me, it's for a child. It's a no.
Don't play the guilt card.
Saving time to buy games for his Nintendo. Please. Sorry, buddy, but $35 is more than fair considering what comparable items are going for. Where it's going or who it's going to doesn't involve me. You don't have to say that. You have to have empathy in life. Good deeds are returned to you. Anyway, I'll give the child your best offer and let you know if I can buy it. I haven't said anything online. Best of luck to you and your friend. You're a rat with good manners. And a Zelda game as well. Don't forget that. I don't even ignore people like you. Hey, bud, I have a game. That's exactly what I was thinking. Since you're a better person than me, you don't give the extra $5 to the child can have it. It's selfish to ask strangers to donate to your friends. Yeah, exactly. If this guy thinks that good deeds come back to you, then why doesn't he pay an extra $5 so that that good deed will come back to him? And even more than that, who honestly believes there's actually a kid in Venezuela? I went to the UPS website to see how much it costs to ship a 1-pound box to Venezuela, and it comes out to $152. So something tells me this kid is not buying the Zelda game. Is the price negotiable? Sorry, I'm firm on the price. Come on, man. The last one I looked at was open. I shined a UV light on it, and there were crusty splash marks of organic nature all over the controller in the front of the console. Sorry, I already have a potential buyer at my price anyways. It is used. I'm not saying it isn't. Though, maybe it has a total of around 10 hours on it. Good luck, you fragile little snowflake. My dad says only poops use Xbox One anyway. I guess I'll look for a PS5. I get it. Life is confusing when you're 12 years old. Right. No insult hits quite as hard as those in the game headsets. This kid is probably by his own pops. On this next post, OP edits videos for a big YouTuber and he gets this message. Hey, would you be able to edit some of my videos? Amount of what? Sorry.
Money?
I only do paid work. Yep. Well, how much can you do it for? $25 per video. I mean like a short 5-minute video and just trimming props. No special effects. $10. For how many? Per video, of course. LMFAO, forget it. Who the heck would do that? $10 per video for a 3-minute job? And that's the lowest you can go? Huh?
Editing videos takes a lot of work and time.
Yeah, I'm busy, and I have other gigs. Good luck working with your scammer. That's probably how you get buds to pay you. Well, thanks for the karma. You're welcome. So, as a YouTuber myself, I can offer some context here. For a typical 10-minute YouTube video, it's very reasonable to expect that video will cost more than $100 to edit. You might be able to go lower if you find workers overseas, or if the video has very, very simple edits. But yeah, $25 for a video is a crazy deal. That was r/choosing beggars, and if you like this content, check out my Patreon where I publish extra episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.
no, we cannot remove those after the thing is placed. If we do, it will be destroyed. Try not to harm my. I was trying to build a little baby bridge on my cousin's world. It's starting to come together. Ugh. Flight mechanics of this game are so weird. Are you kidding me? Oh, I found a really good trick. Oh man, I didn't hit that parachute that good. I'll most likely try to replace these with metal, just to give it that oomph. At the very least, I'll replace it with stone. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, there you go. all too familiar with you, metal nodes. Here's something that touches. Does that stupid little pillar count? Ah. God darn it! My finger slipped and that caused me to destroy one of the pillars. I just wasted one. This side should be a lot. Oh, yeah, okay, where is here? At least we're doing the hard part first, right? I don't know why I thought that was a Therizino. Let's say if there's a Therizino in my base, it's be so irate. By the way, I don't know if I told this, but I don't think I said this, but I actually purposely made it 2 wide instead of 1, just so that way if someone wants to bring their dinosaur up here, they can. Boom. I think it's like you imagine it all being metal, but you kind of get the point. Like this might be a greenhouse over here. I'm copying with my feet. You know, I might, instead of doing this like a 2 block tall, I'm gonna save some material and, okay, instead of like making like, let's see, like a whole roof and like 2 blocks tall, I'm just gonna make it 4 blocks and then extend these roofs. Yeah, it might look a little weird, but you know what? Who cares? I don't. Actually, you know what? It's gonna look weird as wood, but like, look at the transition of wood. Like, you can barely see the lines. It looks roughly the same to me. Whereas you can obviously see the logs are kind of like, they got dimension to them. Yeah. You get where I'm going. Are you kidding me? I think it like gives you like half the materials when you demolish something, so therefore every time you demolish 2 of the same thing, you can build 1 more. I like how I'm like, ARK, build a simple base, me. No, I'm building the entirety of NYC and the suburbs. That's right, it was in the server, because he would be getting a lot of XP right now. Like a lot of XP. Not online, though. Alright, I want to look at the lamp posts. I might experiment with electricity today, if I have time. I'm a little bit of a novice. I've never even touched electricity with a 10-foot stick, let alone a 50-foot one. What it looks like I'm gonna guess that outlet goes right here, and this looks like works like pipe. The cables don't look like they're that expensive, just 2 ingots. This is gonna be oh, never mind. That's not the one I was looking for. Still crafting. Where is it? This I'm excited about. It's gonna be expensive as hell though, but I'll pay for it. Moonwalking this. Oh my gosh. Yeah?